them where the traffic cruising last. From the mountains to my home, when I think I've seen it all, they give me interviews galore, so I'll be tuned in and I'll be chatting. We know what's happening, and we're waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up. I'll be waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up. I'll be waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up. I'll be waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hilarious.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Without my phone, they're going live. It's like I can't restart my day. Before I hit my 9 to 5, they're making everything okay. Shawn Harvey's got the team. Barbi, Cologne, and Senny J. I never know what's coming next. That's why I listen every day. So I'll be tuned in and I'll be chatting. We know what's happening, and we're waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up. I'll be waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up. I'll be waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up. I'll be waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
What if your skin was the proof? There's some hard things you'll go through, and the game is rigged to make sure you prove what you say is true. Maybe it's 'cause you're blind, maybe it's 'cause of that, maybe it's 'cause the power in you seems to threaten that. Maybe it's 'cause you're blind, they want you trapped, they want you living in a world where you feel less, like you're less than them. Yeah, like you're less than anyone, but you're no less than them, no less than anyone.
Yeah. Every time I leave that house, I feel like I leave with doubt. I can never leave without mama telling me about what's been happening to him, 'cause they
It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right. It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right. something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right. It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right. The alarm is going on, but that mouth is going off. If I can find a way to laugh, then I think I'm gonna pop. I got a quarter tank of gas, don't get paid until tomorrow. Gotta start the morning right, or else I'm gonna have a problem. Where the traffic cruising last, from the mountains to my home. When I think I've seen it all, they give me interviews.
All right, good morning, y'all. God bless y'all, like my mother said. Thank God for Jesus. It is a weird Wednesday. It is Wednesday, June the 2nd, 2021. It is 21 minutes after the hour. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J. Long, our co-host Barbi Cologne, where you get your morning started right. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. That chat room is wide open, or please call in 570-982-6950, iHeartRadio, radio.com, ShawnHarveyMorningShow.com, Fam Radio app. Distributed by Comedy World Net Radio. Special shout out to all our affiliates out there. We truly appreciate you guys as well. Just Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. All the links are there to connect you to the show. This morning we're on YouTube as well. God bless y'all folks over there. And we're podcasting on Facebook right now. So our business page is Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Like the page, and then you'll get notified after 7 a.m. when we go live. The show is Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Thank you so much for tuning in. Join our group, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team group, hottest group on Facebook, approaching 5,000 members. We should get 10,000 members this year, so and more. So please invite yourself to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team group page, hottest group on Facebook, in my opinion. Senny J, on a weird Wednesday, Senny J. God bless you. Good morning. Good to see you. And how are you, Senny?
Good morning, Shawn. I'm doing great, feeling good, feeling green with Barbi over here. And I am ready for a great show. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I will let you know what's going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. So you definitely want to stick around for that. Good morning, Barbi.
Good morning, Senny. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Shawn.
Morning.
Here in Bethlehem, we'll be broadcast live to you from right now. It is 57 degrees, going up to a high of 77 today. It is partly cloudy. In Stroudsburg, 55 right now, partly cloudy as well. It's going to rain a little bit later, and the high will be 75 today. 61 in Newark, New Jersey, 77 for the high and fair. In New York City, it is 63 degrees, going up to a high of 75 and sunny. But the clouds are going to roll on in, and it's going to be a little cloudy excuse me, in the afternoon. In Atlanta, 63 right now, 82 for the high and partly cloudy. 77 in Miami, partly cloudy with afternoon storms, 84 for the high. In Chicago, it is 57 degrees, going up to a high of 68. It is clear right now, but the clouds are going to roll on in this afternoon, and it may be a little shower. In LA, 61 right now, clear, and 77 will be the high. 64 in Louisville, 74 the high, rain showers, but thunderstorms is going to come on in around 4 p.m. So if you're out, please be careful. In Rochester, it is 54 degrees, 75 will be the high, partly cloudy with overnight rain. That's the weather I have for you all. What's it looking like where you are? Barbi Cologne coming to you live from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J, where you get your morning started right.
Get your morning started right. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Everyone, we have the morning buzz, and there's one thing that we can guarantee you on this show each and every morning, that your head will be buzzing before 9 a.m. So I would suggest you get your tea, your coffee, your juice, your water, even a glass of wine, and come on and huddle up with us for the morning buzz. I think that would be a great suggestion. Senny J, what else you have for us?
Yes, and in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have Front Page News with Senny J, where I will let you know what's going on locally and nationally. You do not want to miss that. It's a weird one today.
Yes, and there will be some Harvey House of Sports, guys. Stay tuned.
Okay, thank you so much. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in as you come into the chat room. Thank you so much on a Weird Wednesday. We like to say that this is the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. This is a daily maintenance on this show each and every day. So come on in, enjoy yourself on this Weird Wednesday. Also, if you feel a certain way, and I always say this, whether it's good, bad, or indifference, come in, hang out with us, and we'll make sure we do our part to make you feel better after 10 o'clock. So you can get your morning started right. So there's a lot of us. Sometimes, you're not feeling a way. You're feeling a way. There's something going on. God knows. Sometimes we come in here and we feel a certain way. So we are here to help each other. So when you get your morning started right, not only will that happen, you'll also get some morning love. And then what we do is we give you a gillet cleaning. A gillet is, if you're new to the show, it's an imaginary organ that's below your stomach, above your rectum where you hold your hate. There's a lot of haters out there. And I'm just saying, some of us, we all have the gillet. So we want to get your gillet drained each and every day. So this is a threefold process here each and every day. It's daily maintenance. You get your morning started right. You get the love if you feel that there's some deficit, there's something going on. We're here for you guys. We do that through, news, entertainment, sports, and the things that we do here to make you feel better. And because we are essential workers, and that's it. And then you'll also get your gillet drained, and then you'll feel better about yourself. Now, in doing that, we have an option, Senny J. We have the star button, and like Senny say, you want to be a star baller, you can do that as well. So don't feel good, and then your gillet's clean, and your morning started right, and you don't press the little star button.
Yeah.
Now you're being disrespectful.
Oh, I'm not be
You know what I'm saying?
disrespectful.
Now, come on. Now, this is actually a form of therapy for you.
Yeah.
And for all of us. I'm actually a therapist. Your Moses is a therapist. So you come here for daily therapy. You know how much it costs to sit down, and if you don't have any insurance to talk to a therapist. Maybe some of you don't know. Maybe some of you have never been to a therapist. I've been to therapy my whole entire adult life. But you get your therapy here for free. Barbi, have you ever been to therapy?
No, maybe I should go.
Put a number one in the chat room before we start the show. And one more thing before I get into the therapy thing. Special shout out to our one and only Jatan. I will be releasing the song to the masses. I'm gonna release the song to Barbi and Senny first.
That's fine.
Just
At
as
this point,
just as courtesy, and then I'll release the song to the
He's gonna
masses.
give it to us 5 minutes before he drops it to you.
Right.
So when I drop,
That's the courtesy we're going to.
when I drop this album, Senny and Barbi get a little bit of it first, and then we'll drop it so the rest of you guys can enjoy. Jatan, let's give a round of applause for Jatan, everybody, for her hot song that she has for us for the morning show. So that's really dope. Thank you. Now, before we get into our first story, before you shout out the room, Senny, did that Jennifer Lopez thing for me, if you don't mind. God bless you. Because of
this one alone.
excuse
What you gonna say?
Excuse me. God bless you. Because come on into the room, everyone. God bless you.
I'm just Jenny from the block.
Before we get into that, I want to
Used
say
to have a little, now I have a lot.
before I get into that, I just want to say
I know where I came from.
that throughout the years,
South Bronx.
throughout the years, please don't represent the Bronx. You're not from there.
Shawn don't know where I'm from.
Excuse me.
He don't know my story.
And that's the major problem. Now, back to what I wanted to say real quick.
We've been real disrespectful today. Again, yesterday he's been disrespectful. Today he's been disrespectful.
Back to what I was saying. I suffer from mental challenges, as everyone knows.
Yeah, we know.
But what I've done throughout the years is, Senny J, I tried my best to try to have a connection mentally with myself. So what I've been doing throughout the years, from time to time, I go to therapy.
A mental connection with yourself.
Yeah.
I'm still processing that.
Yeah, process that.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of times we're lost mentally. We think that we are okay. We think we have that connection with ourselves, but we really don't. And sometimes you need to sit down and talk to a professional, not your girlfriend, not your homegirl, not your dude. Sit to somebody that's a trained professional and listening to you share and have some key points for you to take with you and some suggestions and some advice to take with you to go out with your, with your everyday dealings with life. I want to announce this, Barbie Cologne, CJ. I will be returning back to therapy next month.
Okay.
Wow.
That's wow.
Okay. That's great, Shawn.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm happy for you.
I'm
Appreciate that.
glad that you know you need it.
Yeah.
You're not in denial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just say I've been in therapy all my life.
Now, is this just general maintenance self-care, or are you going through something?
Right.
It's
you can start
good-
therapy right now.
Because it's fine if you're going
Well, I'm
through
always-
something.
no, see, that's
but
the
if this
thing.
is just like some
No,
self-care,
no, yeah,
new year,
it's
new
more.
you,
It's more.
getting an oil change for
it's-
the mind.
Yeah, it's
Right,
more.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's more self care. I'm getting married. I know that.
Okay.
And I just want to be the best versions I can of myself.
Oh, so sweet.
So
Great motivation.
So what
Right.
I decided to do before we get into this, before what I decided to do, Barbie Cologne, was I had the same therapist I had before.
Okay.
Reached out to him. It's a man.
Oh,
It's a man. I don't want to do the woman thing.
I
That's
understand.
good.
I
Is it a
understand.
black man?
It's a white guy.
Okay. That's cool.
For now.
That's cool.
And I reached out to this guy, and he said, "Yeah, sure, come through." So I'll be starting that next month, once a month, to just self-care and some maintenance. And like I said, this is not the first time I've been in therapy. Put a number one in the chat room if you've been to therapy. Now, Barbie, you said you've never been to therapy, Barbie.
Oh.
Thanks, Natalie. Natalie sent you some stars on that. Shout out to you, Natalie.
Yes,
Right?
thank
Thank
you,
you.
Natalie.
Thank you.
Help Sean out with his therapy.
Yeah,
no doubt.
With his sessions.
So,
Okay.
so-
Every little bit counts.
Every little bit counts.
Every
Help
little
Sean
bit
out with his
counts.
sessions.
yeah,
Send them
so-
I don't know what
stars.
kind of insurance he got.
Girl, Lynette said so you would no longer be yelling at the walls. No, he's still gonna yell at the walls, girl.
That's never going away.
Ever.
No, Senny, I'm going to pay for this out of my pocket. No insurance. My insurance does qualify for it, but I'm gonna just pay for it.
Girl, you better use that insurance.
Right.
No,
What?
no. You don't
Yeah,
want to.
yeah, yeah.
You don't want to. Yeah. I do a lot of.
All right.
I do a lot of weird things going on with me. And it's-
He doesn't want to wake the sleeping
Yeah,
bear.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't. You got to tread lightly when it comes down to things that I do. So I'm
Prentice said as soon as I come back on the
Did you see
show,
that?
you need more therapy. Prentice.
So
Try to blame it on City. That's not right, Prince.
put a number one in the chat before we get into the show. Put a number one in the chat room if you ever did therapy. So I'm excited about that. I'll be doing it the first of the month. I'll keep you guys. The next, what month is this? Where we at?
June.
Right,
June
so
2nd.
June 2nd. So July, I'll go, for the first session. I used to, I almost, there was at one point, Barbie Cologne in my life, I was doing therapy like once a week.
Oh.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I think now with the tools that I've learned throughout my life through going to therapy and going through all the things that I've been going through, almost psychotherapy, whatever you want to call it, I have the tools to kind of deal with what I go through each and every day.
Yes.
But like I said, it's right. It's self-care and it's maintenance. And I just, I'm a recovering addict and there's a lot, I'm sober, Barbie.
Amen for that.
And but there's a lot of moving parts in my life
Right.
that immediately I can just sit down and go, yo, I'm gonna have a drink. This is BS.
Right. Oh, he's been on
But I
for a
can't.
while.
But I can't. I just can't do it. So I have to use other ways to share what I go through my processes, go through my feelings, and then continue on with my day without. I'd rather yell out the wall than slam my head against it.
Absolutely.
Barbie, I would, since being around you, I need to find better. Since being around you these last couple of years, Barbi Cologne, then I get to Senny in a minute. You are a strong candidate for therapy.
If I am, it's because you made me. I guess strong candidate.
I didn't make you do anything.
Yes, you did.
I
about
believe,
you.
I believe that you are a strong candidate for therapy, and I think that there's something that maybe you want to look into. And I'm not laughing.
I am.
And it's nothing wrong with
I'm
therapy.
not opposed to a little therapy.
Of course, it's not wrong with that. It's a stigma with therapy, which I think is weird because I think everyone in this country needs therapy because everybody's angry. There's a lot of deaths out there. There's a lot going on, and a lot of it is people are just not in tune with their feelings. They go straight to the rage real quick. CJ, before we get into the show,
After my day yesterday, I really should have had a therapy session.
Senny, have you ever did therapy before?
Yeah.
See,
Some of it wasn't on my own volition,
was some of it court ordered?
but I did it. And some with like family, different members.
I'm talking about a therapist, Senny, not your homegirl or your family.
No. Like my family included me in their session as well. Like they were seeing a therapist and had something to get off their chest. So they wanted to talk to me about it as well. So I've done that too. So like a group thing too, kind of. So it's cool.
And with
You know what I like about therapy? It teaches you how to talk to other people to get your point across effectively.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot about communication in therapy.
right, and that's the main
Yeah.
part about therapy for me at times in my life. Put number one chat room if you did therapy.
No, I learned.
There's especially and just to keep it on me. There's been times in my life and I've had a lack of communication skills because that's the thing. Like you got to communicate with folks. So I've had a deficit. I use that word again of communication, and it's just breakdowns. The breakdown is like really horrific with me when I stop communicating with people. And like I said, this is self-care. I'm not really going through anything. Actually, life is really okay with me. Thank God for Jesus.
Thank God for
But
him.
I just, and thanks for your concern, everybody. But I
do that too.
You do what?
I shut down. There are times like when I don't, I'll just stop talking to people.
Yeah.
Right.
For like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that's not
And
healthy.
it's really not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
No,
It's not
well-
good.
Because then they start getting concerned and they're like, why aren't you answering me? Like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Because I guess I'm okay, but I just do that and I shouldn't do that.
Well, I'll do it
But
if
that's
I'm
like a weird thing.
super angry at somebody. Like I need my woosah moment because if I try to talk to you while I'm mad, I might punch you in your face, and I don't want to be that person. So let me just back away, assess the situation. I'll talk to you when I'm calm and I'm level-headed. That's how.
With mine,
But
I
it's
don't,
not long
sometimes
periods
I
of
don't know
time.
why it happens. It won't, nothing will necessarily trigger it.
Right.
So,
Sometimes you
yeah.
just need
It's
Put
like
a-
a
Yo, me
withdrawal.
time.
I guess.
Put a number one in the chat room if you want. Put a number one in the chat room if you ever. They put it in there. Put a number one in the chat room if you ever did therapy. Put a number two if you haven't.
some people,
And if you haven't, I would strongly suggest you sit down and talk to somebody.
Kathy Garrison put number one. Vanetta put one.
I think that it's just a good situation to
Alan
take
put
a
a
little,
one.
put a half an hour, 40 minutes into it. And when you go to therapy, if you haven't been to therapy, this is one of my suggestions. Be honest, okay? Be honest. Be honest about what you're talking about and what you're going through. And you will find that it'll be a pleasant surprise. Now, so some folks have been in therapy in Chapel.
Tiffany Klosick has been to therapy.
See, there you go. So see, this is what I'm saying. Now, Reaper Senny, when I started, and then we're gonna get into the show. I just want to share, folks, what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know
getting
how,
really weird.
You know how I get. I tell them I'm a business. I don't care. Senny, when I first started doing therapy, and welcome to the show, everybody. This way you get your morning started, right? It was forced.
Yeah.
It was forced through the court. It was forced because I couldn't put that stem down back in the 80s. And
You just wanted to get to the root of it, Shawn.
right. I came into my first therapy session with my stem.
I'm in the bathroom.
If this is for both of us, It's not just me.
I mean, bathroom
This
break.
too.
Right.
We're both in the meeting. So I just from court ordered to going through that process in my life, CJ Barbi Cologne, to then starting to I did. It took me years to get my life together after I got clean. It took literally 5 years.
Yeah, because you got to start over.
It took a long time. And in that time, and that's when I, the therapy. Then I got clean and started feeling myself, and then I didn't need the therapy. Yeah. And then I started wilding out again, and then but I wasn't getting high at that point. I was just wilding out. I was just doing what I wanted. Then went back to therapy, but that was more voluntarily than mandated.
You
Right.
You went for some extra.
Right.
It's okay.
And then with the issues that I was going through, I went through. I talked about it with the therapist. So I strongly suggest before we get into the show that even if things are going okay in your life, and Senny, I like what you said with that self-care. That's where it is.
Yeah.
If things ain't going good in your life, I still suggest that you talk to somebody. And that's the thing with
Everybody
this country.
needs
I
somebody to
think
talk to.
this is my opinion with this. People are so angry. There's a lot of anger issues in this country. There's a lot of anger, and I get the I get being angry. I get it.
Yeah.
In this country, there's a lot.
It's a lot to be angry for.
There's about to be angry for
a lot
in
to
this
be angry
country.
for,
I
yeah.
get that, and then there's relationships. It goes back to the communication. Like I said, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a relationship expert. Remember, 78 relationships, 3 baby mothers,
These
married,
78.
divorced, getting married again. I am not a relationship expert. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
If folks are angry and they went to therapy, maybe they can know that anger, it goes away.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know how long it takes for the individual for your anger, but the folks
you allow it.
Folks they can't maintain it, or they don't understand like this feeling to go away, and then they go pick up a gun and kill somebody.
Yeah. Or themselves.
And then they 3 hours later they're like, what the hell did I do?
Yeah.
When you could have just, and I don't want to be extreme with the
No.
example.
Yeah, but it's true.
But that's what it is. So you can't identify it. And don't get me wrong, I get pissed off all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't go out there and try to act out and hurt somebody or hurt myself. And that's one of the things. That's why I think everyone is 350 million people, I think, in this country. And I think even the toddlers, starting at 2 years old, like the young lady that's the brainy, the genius at 2 years old.
Yeah.
They all need therapy. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. So one quick break, and then we'll come back. There you go.
It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right.
Yeah, let us on.
It does. It feels good.
Right, it makes you feel good.
It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right.
Let me go on YouTube.
The alarm is going on, but their mouth is going off. If I can find a way to laugh, then I think I'm gonna pop. I got a quarter tank of gas, don't get paid until tomorrow. Gotta start the morning right, or else I'm gonna have a problem. Where the traffic cruising last, from the mountains to my home. When I think I've seen it all, they give me interviews galore, so I'll be tuned in and I'll be chatting. We know what's happening, and we're waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up. I'll be waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up. I'll be waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up. I'll be waiting for you to wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hilarious.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning, guys. Here in Bethlehem, where we broadcast live to you from right now, it is 57 degrees, going up to a high of 77 today, partly cloudy. In Stroudsburg, 55 right now, partly cloudy with rain in the afternoon, and 75 will be the high. 61 in Newark, New Jersey, 77 for the high and fair. In New York City, it is 63 degrees, 75 will be the high. It is sunny right now, but the clouds is going to roll in the afternoon, and it will be a little cloudy. A possibility of a little shower. In Atlanta, it's 63 right now, 82 for the high and partly cloudy. 77 in Miami, 84 for the high, partly cloudy with afternoon showers. And in Chicago, it is 57 degrees, going up to a high of 68 today, clear but cloudy a little later in the afternoon, and the possibility of a little shower. In Los Angeles, 61 degrees right now, clear, and 77 for the high. In Louisville, it is 64 degrees, rain showers today, and thunderstorms. It's going to pick up, and thunderstorms are going to roll in around 4 p.m., and 70 will be the high. 54 in Rochester, 75 for the high, partly cloudy with overnight rain. That's the weather I have for you all. What's it look like where you are? Barbi Cologne coming to you live from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J, where you get your morning started right.
Get your morning started right. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Just to give quick announcements, everyone. Father's Day is going down. That's at the Iron Mill. Barbi, where's the Iron Mill located, if you don't mind?
831 South Delaware Drive in Eastern Pennsylvania.
Okay, so the doors open up at 5 p.m. Showtime 6. Come on now. We have the one and only John Hinton from Living Single coming to the Iron Mill. Music by DJ Hot Sauce, hosted by yours truly, Shawn Harvey. We got a few other comedians coming into the building. So come on out. Please reserve your tables. The admission is free, but you know how that goes. You walk in there free, you ain't gonna have no place to sit. So we have the tables on sale for you. So please come on out. We have a lot of folks coming out already.
Yeah.
That is the Father's Day comedy jam at the Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. Sundays are the new Saturday nights. So y'all come on out. John Hinton, Living Single.
Yeah.
We'll be in the building. John called me last night. We're going to have a good time. So y'all come on out.
Yes.
Father's Day, June the 20th. The day before, we're honored to host the event at the Juneteenth festival right here in town, down on the south side at the Steel Stacks in downtown Bethlehem here. So y'all come on out. We'll be out there at 11 o'clock in the morning. We're broadcasting outside. So y'all come outside and watch us rock out live. That starts at 11 o'clock. It goes all day. We have multiple interviews, and we have a lot of entertainment going on out there. It's absolutely free. And it's all African Americans, black folks, vendors, and everything. Everything is African American. So y'all come on out. Just June 19th, the day before Juneteenth, we're Shawn Harvey One Show Wake Up Team will be broadcasting right there in the lobby of the Steel Stacks, and we'll also be outside. So if the weather's permitting, we're outside broadcasting. So thank you so much. June 27th, Roberto Vanderpool, Smokey Suarez, double headliners, Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive. Y'all come on out. Costa Rica, we're down there. I think that's done already. So
yeah.
I ain't even going to talk about that no more. But we still going down to Costa Rica anyway. And big news about that. Barbi Cologne was definitely on, coming down there. And when they approached me about it, I said, yeah, come on down there. And we said we was going to take the show with us down there. So we figuring that part out, but we already got over that major hump yesterday when I talked to the young lady that's promoting this event where we can broadcast our show Friday, Saturday, and Monday with a studio audience down in Costa Rica. So that's July 22nd through the 26th. We'll be down there. So we're excited about that. And on that news, on that front, just got some wonderful news about that. Our beloved Senny J will be in the building.
Yes, and he's gonna be in the building.
Hey guys, I'm going, and I got my passport. Booyah! Shawn always talking about you don't like it here. Get out. I'm on my way. I might stay out, bro. You might only be able to get me via phone, via calling, via whatever.
The woman is in
the way America's looking. I'm getting the hell out of here.
The woman is in her mid-30s with her first passport.
It's the perfect time to get it.
All right.
I understand all my rights. I know where I'm going.
So
just gotta get the babies now.
So
right.
just
gotta free the babies.
So just So just know
I'll be
that
on my
when we
way.
go down to Costa Rica, we will be, me and Rome was figuring out the logistics as far as broadcasting the show. But they already have an area for us to broadcast 7 in the morning. I don't know what the time difference is from Costa Rica to here. I don't know if it's an hour ahead or how, I don't know. But whatever it is, we'll be broadcasting for a few hours. Friday, Saturday, and Monday. So that'd be a treat. So Costa Rica, that's it. All right, enough of this. Now,
enough of that.
before we shout out the room, you guys know I'm from the Bronx, New York, the BX or B next or B next to BX.
Me too.
And I bleed Bronx. So without the Bronx, you wouldn't have your fitted hats. Without the Bronx, New York, you wouldn't have your uptowns. Without the Bronx, New York, there would be no Section 8. The first crackhead was born in the Bronx, New York. The first person who smoked crack happened in the Bronx. And check this out. If it wasn't for the Bronx, New York, you wouldn't have your hip-hop music. Facts.
He be extra, yo.
Okay. And that's the fact. And also, Jesus Christ himself
You
was
reaching.
born. Jesus Christ himself, I always say all the time, was born in the Bronx, New York. Jesus was
Tremont
born
Ave.
on Tremont Avenue in Morris.
Hey, Seuss basically been born
Okay.
in Tremont Avenue, but I don't know about Jesus
If it
Christ.
wasn't for the,
okay.
if it wasn't for the Bronx, New York, you wouldn't know what a bodega was.
All right.
Throughout this country,
I don't know about all that.
El Barrio. Without the Bronx, New York,
I can't with you.
there are more Puerto Ricans in the Bronx, New York than in Puerto Rico.
Well, you may have a point because it's full over there.
And I am half Puerto Rican.
He's not.
Both of my baby mothers are Puerto Rican.
Girl, by ejection, girl.
Both of my baby mothers are Puerto Rican and they're from the Bronx. That makes me half Puerto Rican.
It doesn't.
He be trying to tell me that too. But you have Puerto Rican. I'm like, nah, not really, but okay.
You half Puerto Rican too.
It's not. But we'll let it slide. It's not.
No, you know that Barbi Cologne is half Puerto Rican. It's just not from the Bronx. Trust me. And not only that,
Puerto Rico.
Not only that, and matter of fact, Will Trax is from the Bronx, New York. He'll be at the Iron Mill Sunday, August the 8th, okay? But guess who else is from the Bronx, New York?
Who else?
Jennifer Lopez,
Yep. I'm just Jenny from the block.
my
Have
hero.
little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from.
South Bronx.
South Bronx, hit it.
That makes you feel good,
And
Sean?
that makes me feel good because the story about to share with Jennifer, who's my hero, who grew up over there in Soundview, right down the block. She grew up over there by where Hot Sauce live.
Okay.
We have legends that came out of the Bronx, New York. Can't say that for Easton, Pennsylvania. Who came out of Easton? Larry Holmes. Okay.
That's about it.
That's
That's
it.
about it.
You're done.
Yeah.
Who came out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania?
I don't
Nobody.
think nobody.
The
came-
Rock. Dwayne Johnson.
Came out of where?
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem?
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
he grew up here.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, okay.
The Rock.
Okay, so
He's always repping
I live
Bethlehem.
in a town that got the Rock. Like, what about Allentown? Who's from there?
Oh.
And we know.
We like,
and the
damn.
only person in the Poconos is Chief Pocono. But in spite of that, all the legends have come out of the BX. You wouldn't have no swag, New Jersey, if it wasn't for the Bronx. It wasn't even invented out there because Newark was the
reaching.
worst out there in
You
the
reaching,
60s
Suge.
and 70s.
You're reaching.
And then you had to develop some type of swag. Somebody from the Bronx came over to Jersey
No.
and gave you a little bit of that
No,
swag.
y'all
And then
got
you
it from us.
developed it on your own. Swag was born in the Bronx. They stole it in Harlem and then Brooklyn took it over.
Whatever.
Okay? And then the rest of the country, we were the blueprint, the Bronx, the Bronx that was burnt down. We were the blueprint for. Let me tell you something right now before you get into your
Lot of
story, Cindy J.
hometown pride.
Right. I was
Let me
just
tell you
get
something
her
right
story.
now.
Just read
If
your
it
story.
wasn't
I'm
for
trying
the
to.
Bronx, you wouldn't be wearing a white T-shirt. That started in the X.
It's debatable.
Right.
The white T-shirt.
Everything he's
started
saying
in
is
the
very
X.
debatable.
In the 70s, both of y'all wasn't even born.
Everything you're saying is debatable. You know what I'm saying, Cindy?
If it wasn't for the Bronx, you wouldn't be wearing a white T-shirt.
I don't know about all that.
That's
I
facts.
don't know about all that.
Cindy, what happened with Jennifer Lopez and my beloved BX?
Oh,
It would be an honor to be robbed in the Bronx. If If I was in the Bronx, New York, and somebody robbed me right now, I would say thank you.
No, you won't.
Because why would I get robbed in Bethlehem,
Like
Pennsylvania?
it's some bullshit.
Why would I get robbed in Easton? Why would I get robbed in the Poconos? I want to get robbed where robbery was born. That was the Bronx, New York, and then Brooklyn.
I can't with you. Y'all want
Shout out to my Brooklyn folks. Shout out to my Harlem folks. If it wasn't for the Bronx, New York, Jersey, you came late with your swag.
You hear this, y'all?
We gave it to you. Then you got your house music because you got it from a garage.
Whatever.
That's why they call it house music.
This is why the therapy is needed.
Right. This now I really see why he's going back to therapy. You need
He
it.
needs to hurry up.
BX baby. What happened, Senny?
You need to go June 15th.
Right. No, forget June 3rd. Tomorrow. Start tomorrow.
Well, this has been a story that's been sizzling for some time now, ever since, Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod broke off their engagement. She has been seen going out. It looks like Mother's Day weekend. It was the beginning of Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck reunion. They went to one of Ben's favorite places, Big Sky, Montana, and spent time there. Just recently, they were photographed with their arms wrapped around each other as they made their way into Wolfgang Puck's new restaurant at the Pendry Hotel in West Hollywood. At one point, the singer even nuzzled her head into his chest. Eventually, they peeled themselves off of each other as they opted to hold hands as they entered the eatery. The two arrived in Ben Affleck's car, though there also appeared to be a third person in the back seat. This is the first time that Ben and Jen have been seen together since they were together in Miami. Ben ultimately flew back to LA to spend time with his kids while Lopez remained in Miami, but she obviously made her way back to the West Coast after it was big news that she had dinner with her ex-husband, Mark Anthony. Jennifer and Ben, who were engaged in early 2000s, started again seeing each other back in April, and their rekindled romance comes after J-Lo's breakup with A-Rod. A-Rod took to his Instagram to say, "I'm about to step into a new beginning in my life. Anything that doesn't serve me is clearing out of my life. New energy is emerging. New levels are unlocking for me mentally, physically, and spiritually. I am remaining patient and know that this new phase of my life is coming." Wow, A-Rod.
Okay, A-Rod.
And he said this after Jennifer Lopez spent the Mother's Day weekend with Ben Affleck in Big Sky, Montana.
He like, listen.
He was hurt.
He was upset.
Big hurt.
He was.
Was you?
I mean, it wasn't that.
I mean,
that soon after they broke up.
My thing is, A-Rod, I think he's been doing a little dirt on the low for a while. He has that big, like, Latin machismo, like, everybody wants me type vibe.
But she broke up with him because he might cheat, but she didn't have no proof.
I think she had proof. We just didn't know. Especially he was talking to that girl from that show where she confirmed that they were talking, but she said it was just platonic. Girl, you have to say that because you don't want your brand going down because you're a home wrecker because everybody knows he's with J-Lo.
Well,
but even if it's not, if we found out about one, we all know there's more where that came from that we don't know about.
The whole thing with this was celebrity get-togethers and relationships. They were together for 4 years. That's the equivalent of 30 years for us regular folks. Because
integrating the kids and everything like that.
That's what J-Lo did.
Engaged.
And she don't waste no time. She move on quick.
I want to say this, Alex.
She definitely has codependency issues.
Yeah, she's got to be in
she
it, and there's
definitely
nothing wrong with that.
There is a
No,
little
it's
bit.
not.
Yes, it
Jennifer.
is.
Hold on, Jennifer Lopez.
You have to be okay with being by yourself.
Right.
Jennifer Lopez. Well, you've had a lot of training with that.
And thank the Lord I have.
Right.
Thank the Lord I have.
I ain't gotta be. I'm trying to be by myself.
You want to get a shut up?
Crazy pay.
I can't with you.
Let me tell you something.
I'm glad I've been alone.
Let me tell you something. You need some codependency. Let me tell you. You too, Barbie.
No, hell I don't.
This is the deal. Alex, you couldn't handle all of that. You couldn't handle her.
No,
Jenny's from the Bronx. She's a freakazoid. You're a baseball player. Ben Affleck knows how to treat her right.
Whatever. Well, why they weren't together still then?
Soon as she
doesn't know
dumps,
how to treat
Right.
her
she
right.
hold on, excuse me. She dumps the baseball player A-Rod.
She can't treat herself right.
Hold on, the Latin lover, right? And she goes to Big Sky, Montana to get some big slong. Not even 2
You
weeks.
think that's what it is?
Excuse me. Not even 2 weeks after they publicly broke up, she's in. You know what that tells me? That tells me they had conversation before the breakup.
So maybe she was the one cheating.
Ben was like, "Yo, what you doing with that clown, yo?
Right, and then try to put it on him.
Like, get your ass up here to Big Sky." And Jenny, who we know she's really been around the block.
Yeah, a few times.
She
In a couple
never,
blocks.
she never shies away from multiple penises, and she lets it be known. That's what I love about her. This is a public person that's public.
Very public.
And what she do is that at a drop of a dime, she will exchange the penis like nothing ever happens. I applaud you, sis, because you from the Bronx, New York, and you know what it is. A lot of these women out here, they want to be discreet about it.
And
They think that they're gonna be called a whore or something like that. You're not a whore, Jenny. You a winner. You have the ability to dump a penis, rock with another one, and bring the kids along. While all these other women are sitting here, they gotta sit down and take 9 months to meet the kids. The kids are bad anyway.
Her kids need therapy now. They
You
seen
understand
so
what
many
I'm
damn
saying?
men in their mama life.
So Jenny from the block, I'm with you. You dumped that dude, the baseball player, A-Rod. And A-Rod, you looking crazy in these streets right here.
No, he looking good in
You
these streets
looking
right
real
here.
crazy right now. You was in love with this chick, and now she's in Big Sky, Montana with Ben Affleck. And you know Ben breaking that back down.
I don't know about all that. I doubt it.
Ben is back there tossing her up.
He may be tossing.
Barbi, you ever been tossed up before, but you always
Yep.
remember that dude? Senny, have you ever been tossed up and you remember that guy?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what Jenny is
Yeah.
going through.
Got that.
Ben
Yeah.
tossed her up. Ben gave her that Aquaman penis. Or whatever, Batman. He was Batman.
Batman,
He gave her that Cape Crusader penis. And she lost her Puerto Rican mind.
I don't think it's
Because
that
you know
amazing.
why?
No,
You know
I
why?
think she just feels comfortable
Excuse me,
with
excuse me.
him.
That's all it was.
You know,
It was
yeah.
comfortability.
Let me tell you, you know why? Because
I don't
my
see-
beloved.
I don't
because-
see Ben Affleck
excuse
giving
me,
anybody
Excuse me.
short
Right,
end.
right,
Cindy,
right.
Cindy, if
Right,
Ben
right.
Affleck walked in this room, your panties would drop right to the floor.
It
Let
wouldn't.
me tell you
I
something.
can tell you that right now.
But Netta said he's tossing, but he's not plowing.
Let me tell you something.
Yes, B.
tell you
That's what I'm talking about.
Cindy, remember,
Probably
my
is.
beloved Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, or Brother Love. Remember, he had
Right,
her.
here we
He
go.
tossed her up a little bit. But Jenny went back home. They call him Benifer. No, they call her Benifer, right? Or him Benifer.
The couple, but yeah, they benefit.
Yeah. He called her. He texted her and said, yo, Barb, you ever got that text from a schlong? They say, yo. Because it's a different movement. It's like, yo, get over here. I know you at the when you finish with Shawn laughing at the Iron Mill, bring your ass over here. Ladies, put a number 1 in the chat room if you got that super slong that text you like, get over here. They don't even care what type of relationship status you in. They just like
Right.
this. Get over here.
Because they nasty.
And then you like, oh God.
Like, oh my God. You know I can't come over
It's
here.
Kareem.
Right.
Oh God, it's Kareem.
You know I can't come over here. I
And
got
especially if you single, you know what you gonna do. You gonna go over there. Kareem ain't gonna say a word.
Well, if I'm single, then that's different.
Kareem ain't gonna say nothing. As soon as you open up the door, it's gonna be like the gatekeeper. You're gonna hear that creak in the door. Kareem ain't gonna say a word. It's gonna be dark as hell. Kareem gonna pull out that 12-footer, put it right on your forehead. Park it there for a minute, and then commence to putting in that work. And ladies, put a number 1 in the chat room, whether if you're in a relationship or not back in the day, you know that one dude. And that's that one dude for Jennifer. It's Ben. Ben went over there throughout the years back in the day and put some work in. But the prima donna over there, Mr. Suave over there, Mr. A-Rod, he couldn't put that work in. Like he wanted to run for political office. Jenny said,
I'm sure he was putting work in. He put it in too many. He was putting in work on too many people. That was the problem.
No, it wasn't.
He was cheating.
Did they say
No,
he was
she
cheating?
probably was the one cheating.
No, it was him.
You know,
he
it's
was
mighty
cheating.
funny that she
What?
got back with Ben. I think 2 weeks later.
This is what I
It was her. I think it was her.
I don't think it
City,
was him.
City.
I think it was him cheating. He was talking to too many people. He thinks he's the man, and everybody wants him, and that's
City,
his problem.
Cindy, you don't think that Jennifer...
And I think that Jennifer, I think she's one of those women. She obviously did. He just put up a throwback Thursday picture of J-Lo on his Instagram last week. So I think that she's the type of woman that she has good relationships with all of her exes. You know, she's obviously gonna go to terms with Mark Anthony. They're over there talking. So I think it's easy for her to, talk to any of them.
So wait a minute.
And I think that her and Ben probably shared something. She really liked him, and for whatever reason, it didn't work
They did
out.
share
So
something.
it was easy to go back to it. But I don't think that she was. I don't think she was doing anything behind A-Rod.
Excuse me, Cindy. You're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not.
So what you're saying is, even though she was in a relationship with A-Rod, she's still buddying up with all the exes and still have these relationships and still chopping it up.
Yeah.
That's
I don't think
inappropriate.
it was a cordial. He was with Jennifer Garner and has like 3 kids with her. So
what? But
she's
they're not
how much
together.
can she really be talking to
They're
him?
not
You'll be real
together.
surprised.
They're not together. She shouldn't
Cindy,
be
women
talking
cheat
about
too,
it.
Cindy.
I
Women
do, but I
cheat.
don't think that was it in this
And
case.
I think that
because A-Rod wouldn't be so sad and so apologetic.
Well,
and so moving on in this new chapter of my life,
Well,
it was
that's
her
what-
that was cheating on
He's
him.
sorry it didn't work out, and he
But
got to
Cindy-
move
No,
on.
he
It's
would
what
he
it
would
is.
be more
Cindy,
vindictive
you
than
don't
that.
think-
Not
you don't-
really,
hold on a
Cindy.
second. Hold on. Cindy, you don't
Please.
think that Jennifer was acting inappropriate at any moment with this? Okay, hold on. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Cindy Barbi.
Not to the point of breaking up.
Oh, yes.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Tricky D. How y'all doing?
Hey, Tricky.
Hold on, Tricky. Cindy. You think we should get the SEAL team on, Jenny?
She might like it.
Cindy,
Must she hopping around?
Devern, myself, you, and Prentice.
For sure.
Would you
For sure.
Would you like that? Would you put your scuba gear on for that?
For sure.
Tricky,
love
what's going
J-Lo.
on? What's going on?
I'm chilling. I'm just calling to say hello in the first place. But since we talking about J-Lo and these relationships, I don't know what to say about that. I would say before they called it splits, it leaked out before. And then they went an additional 2 months. So I think it was already set. So for her to be with Ben Affleck right after they announced it, yeah, that was in the works already.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the
Right.
works.
Exactly.
Yeah,
know-
because she knew that A-Rod was cheating.
We
She
don't
already
know
knew
that.
that it was on the decline.
Now, with that, as far as that being said, I don't know, Cindy. I mean, unless y'all know how I go, unless you got the proof, unless it's shown,
Right, with the
he's a
receipts.
hot item he's on the market. They didn't get married yet, and yeah, everybody want him. Who don't want a baseball player making $221 million? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the man, he got his priorities straight too. But who's to say his parents didn't say, "Oh, you don't need to be with her. She's been around the block," or vice versa.
And
You know what I'm
Cindy-
saying? Her family's saying you don't want to be with him because he almost like a gigolo. So we really don't know.
And Cindy,
But they both got money.
And Cindy, what's the justification for even if the Latin lover was cheating and we don't know that?
She didn't feel secure with him.
Excuse me. So then she's just go run out and just smash the first thing she sees?
Right.
'Cause that's-
No,
if-
because
and
she
then you
obviously
you
feels
women-
she's always said that she's loved Ben and that they shared something really special. She's always said that. She's always cared about him. She wanted to get married back then. I even forget why they didn't get married. I think Ben was acting up too back then.
It's
Well,
mighty
you gotta
funny that
remember,
she
y'all gotta remember, Ben had a drug problem too now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and alcohol.
Right. So that could go through money real quick if it's not dealt with.
Nah, he's a millionaire.
You know, but it's mighty funny. She has so many relationships, and she's always the common denominator. You know what? Maybe she need to look at herself.
Nah, it's nothing wrong with
Maybe
what
she
she's
need to
doing.
look at herself.
I think she just has the pick of the crop.
That's it.
And
She
when she
just-
gets upset, she's like, screw you.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I love about her.
That's my point.
And
She
a
get
lot
upset and just run instead of trying to work it out.
Work what out?
But this
Her
isn't
relationship,
gonna,
if it's workable, work it out.
She's not
but this
gonna do
isn't.
that.
But this isn't gonna work with her and Ben for sure, because he's definitely a rebound. You guys were already engaged. It didn't
Right.
work out before. This is not gonna work out.
But what about?
This is
You're
just
right,
something
Cindy.
that's
That's not
comfortable.
gonna work out at all.
I
That's
don't
not
know.
gonna last.
I don't know.
It's
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
last.
It's
I
not.
don't
J
know.
Lo got a history. Let's say her batting average 2 years tops. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But
I'm
you
not
know
being
what?
real.
We do know
You know
this.
her shortest stint, Wesley Snipes.
Let me tell you something.
All
about
right.
I forgot she even dated
Yo,
Wesley.
let me tell you this though.
Hey, yeah.
Let me tell you something, Tricky, and I know you're a married man. I'm about to get married, but boy, Jennifer would be a whole lot of fun, my friend. A whole
Go back into their living colors.
you see what I'm saying? See, Barbi and Senny, they want to be wined and dined and all of that. Not Jenny. Jenny just have a few
Jenny
drinks.
got her own wallet.
Oh, please.
got a
She
whole
gets
thing.
plenty
Take
of
a walk.
whining and
Okay.
dining.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
please.
And
Hello,
these
she was
two-
just out with Ben.
Okay.
These two-
In a private jet in
Right.
Montana for
Okay.
weeks.
Right. So
So please.
So
She
what's
gets
wrong with the smash?
Fine wine and dining.
So she can't
I'd
smash
smash
what she
too
wants?
if somebody took me to Montana in a private jet
You
So-
might be smashing all
for,
the jet.
for weeks.
So if
And then flew to Miami, holed up in Miami for
Right.
weeks.
so you
Hear
saying
me?
so if you
We
say
smashed
What are you
all the
talking
jets
So
about?
all the
are you
way.
saying-
You think they going down to Muller's and getting a couple of Long Island?
Right.
Hell no.
And have you done that and smashed somebody? Exactly. Cindy, if Ben Affleck came in here right now in this room and said, "Yo, we're going to,"
I'm not sleeping with Ben Affleck.
Hold on,
He doesn't do it for me.
Excuse me.
Right,
right.
Let me finish. If Ben Affleck came in here right now,
Oh my God.
hear me out. If Ben Affleck came in here right now, and Tricky, stay. I'm going to ask you a question.
He's gonna ask you about Ben Affleck.
Cindy, if Ben Affleck came in here right now, you see, yo, the limo pulled up right here. You're going right to the airport down. What's that airport down the road? What's the name?
ABE.
With the ABE airports, and he got his private jet waiting there. It's gonna take you to Big Sky, man, Montana, and then you're gonna stay there for a few days. Then he's gonna drop you down to Miami. Are you smashing Ben right now? If you came right now,
No.
you're not. Tricky. If you wasn't married and Jennifer came through, snatched you up and said, "Yo, we going to the airport, private jet, taking you to Big Sky, Montana, and then we going down to Miami." Tricky, how fast would your drawers be down to your ankles?
I'm sorry, I'm passing on it. I'm
Right,
passing.
right.
That's right,
passing on.
Tricky.
J-Lo been around the block too many times.
Cindy, Barbi, ask me that question, please.
Sure.
Ask me that question.
Sure, J-Lo pulled up. She like, come on, Harvey. We about to go, my private jet. We out of here. Let's go. You coming? You coming?
I'm tripping on my boxes.
He ain't gonna get that
I got one more question. I got one more question.
One more thing, Barbi. Check this out. And I'm bringing Tanya with us.
Oh.
So we gonna rock out.
Okay, Tanya. She about to get 5-star
You
treatment.
damn right. We all the homies gotta have some fun.
Hey, bring the homies
So I
along.
got a
I'm gonna say,
question.
hold on, chick. I'm gonna say, Jennifer, this is my wife right here. She want to smash too. Go ahead,
She gonna be
Tricky.
like, more the merrier.
All right, so I got a question for Senny and Barbi.
Okay.
Now, y'all remember the gentleman that was in the paper? They was somebody he was so fine that just got out of jail with the white eyes.
Oh, the little.
Now he's
Yeah.
in a sitcom or something right now.
Yeah.
So in other words, he's gonna be up and coming.
Yeah.
If he was to come in and ask you, would you go? Up and coming. Right now, you would say, I guess you would say he's fresh bait on the track right now.
Barbi, if the light skinned guy with the blue eyes that was
What
in
they
jail.
call him? Prison Bay?
Yeah, would you,
I
Barbi,
think
if
that's
he
what they call
came
him.
in here and snatched you, now and you go away for the week, are you smashing?
No.
Unbelievable.
It's believable.
Wow.
I say it's unbelievable
No.
because these women here, God bless them, they're very selective. Wow. Anyway, wow.
I see.
And there's not a penis in sight.
Whatever, sure, you'll be knowing that you be talking about.
and they're so selective with
Whatever.
a drought of penis here in the Lehigh Valley. When Senny J just said to us, Tricky, she's turning down Ben Affleck's penis.
I don't.
Now,
That
if
doesn't. That
A-Rod
doesn't.
slide up in here and was like, "Hey, Barb," I'd be like, "Where we going, boo?" You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so let's switch it up. So if A-Rod came
A-Rod
in,
came in here.
So
I'm
A-Rod can
in
get
there.
it.
Private jet. Where we going? What?
and you smashing.
What? We in there on the
Oh
damn
yeah,
jet.
you can change the person.
On the jet.
All right. But these
So
two,
y'all bun hitters.
yeah,
You
no,
know what I'm saying?
these two are very select. Now, Tricky, back to you.
what?
Tricky,
No,
Tricky,
you know,
So what?
Tricky.
Ben don't do it for me, but A-Rod,
Tricky,
he's
Yeah.
all right. Come
Tricky.
on, boo.
Tricky,
A-Rod can get it.
Yeah.
Tricky, one more
Not
time.
the way you know, Dagger. Well, I ain't telling no lies over here.
Hold on. Tricky, one more time.
Shoot.
Jennifer Rose up, brother. You're from the Bronx too, Tricky. And I'm for
Yes,
sure,
yes,
God bless your wife. God bless her. But I'm for sure before you met your wife, yeah, you did your thing. You made your rounds with the Latinos.
True. But
And ain't nothing like a Latino woman from the Bronx. Right, Tricky? Right,
but I'm
Tricky?
still gonna pass.
Right,
I'm still
Tricky?
gonna pass.
Tricky,
I'm
there's
gonna
nothing.
pass on that.
Tricky! Nothing like a Latino woman from the Bronx.
give me the Brooklyn Queen, Nia Long, and then we can talk.
Now, one more
Right, I
time.
love
Oh,
Nia.
She's so pretty. She
Yes,
doesn't
she is
age.
beautiful.
Freaking vampire.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. So Tricky, before we let you go, Nia Long
Nia.
or Jennifer Lopez, who you taking?
Nia,
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
ask me who I'm taking, Tricky.
who you taking, Sean?
I'm taking the little slutty Jennifer.
That's because she's gonna be easy.
Yeah, listen,
She
Tricky,
easy.
Tricky. She doesn't say a lot. Tricky, Senny, Barbi, imagine Jenny having sex. She like,
How do you know? You have no idea.
I used to smash a Dominican.
She's Puerto Rican.
Same thing.
And you don't know her at
Yo,
all.
Tricky,
Here you go.
Sean, love you guys, man.
Bye,
Thank you.
Tricky.
Bye, Tricky.
And I always shared the story, Barbie Cologne, when I was with that
you and your
Dominican.
Dominican.
She was the one that picked me up and put me in the bath. I shared the story 1,000 times. Not one woman ever on earth has picked me up literally.
Well, you a little,
No, I'm
a little
not.
heavy.
No.
For a woman.
No.
Well, them Dominicans, they strong like that. They strong like that.
And we went into the bath. We went into the bathroom.
up.
We went
I
into
know,
the
girl.
bathroom. She had candles by the tub.
That's doable.
She had a picture of Jesus Christ Jesus.
Well, I might have to flip him the other way because if we
And
ain't
then
married,
she
I don't
takes me.
want him looking
Then
at me
she,
sinning.
then she took me. She took me.
done.
She took me out the bathtub.
Like
Oh, hear me
hotel.
out. She took me out the bathtub. True voice facts.
Right.
And she took a big giant towel. I think I one of them beach towels. I could just wrap my whole body up.
Was it warm?
And then she just started patting me down and drying me off, almost air dried me. And then she looked at me and she goes, Poppy.
What she say?
She go, teach me.
Okay.
Teach me, Poppy.
Okay, teacher.
She said, Senny, she said, teach me.
I don't want to hear
I was like, what you want me to teach you?
I'm concerned for all parties involved, including
Senny.
myself.
Cindy, she goes, teach me. She was like, oh, yeah. She was like, adios mío, son. She says, Poppy. Cindy, she said, Poppy, it's in my stomach. I said, what she said? She said, put it in my stomach.
All right, that's enough now.
We have
Right, all
community
that.
policies and standards.
Right.
So shout out to Jennifer Lopez. You are my true hero.
I bet.
You are a woman that goes from relationship to relationship to relationships to back to relationships to other
Eggplant to
relationships.
eggplant.
You
Ain't nothing
make
wrong
your
with that, I
rounds,
guess.
and let me tell you something. I am here to let you know, no judgment zone here, Jennifer
Hey, do
Lopez.
you sure?
With your beloved cousin from the Bronx, New York. You are truly my hero. If Ben is what you want for the moment, then rock out. You dump the Latin lover, cool. You want to go back to Puffy, fine. You want to go back to Wesley Snipes, that Tricky reminded us of, that I
think
totally
she
forgot
gonna
as
do
well.
that.
Or whoever, who's the other singer she had? She had the. What's the singer name? Mark Anthony.
Oh, Mark,
you had him.
Mark.
You had the dancer, the other guy. You got all these kids.
Chris, what's his name? Chris
Whatever.
background dancer.
Yo, name all her boyfriends.
We
and
can't.
things.
She got too many.
Oh my God. You
She had a plethora.
are my hero. Now.
Yeah. I'm gonna shout through my. Ooh,
Please
y'all ready
do.
to get your name shouted out? Right, because Shawn just took us down lane we ain't really want to go down.
He just wish he was with Jennifer Lopez
That's what
right
it
now.
is.
He's like, she knows she's available.
Jennifer,
And it's
She
making
free.
him feel away.
Jennifer is not gonna have long out conversations.
Oh,
like,
she was with Pitbull too, Tricky?
excuse me.
Dang.
Jennifer is not gonna have long, angry conversations like you guys would have with men. You guys sit there and you vet guys. You're vetting regular guys.
We supposed to vet regular guys because we regular people.
But Jennifer, who's a multimillionaire, she doesn't want to talk.
All right, well, she ain't got to.
Cindy, you want
She
to
don't
talk?
got to.
You want to know somebody's feelings, not Jennifer. Less talking, more smashing. God bless Jennifer Lopez. All right. Are there folks in the chat room?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna show them some love. We're gonna get out here early, so I gotta go. I gotta get out here now.
All right.
I got a colonoscopy coming up soon.
See, he gonna tell all his business.
I got, and they gave me. Have you ever had the colonoscopy, Barbi?
Yes.
And they give you that liquid prior to, and it just drains like
Everything out
it
of you.
drains like you start urinating through your rectum.
Yep. That's
Cindy,
about
you ever
right.
had that? Cindy, it's amazing. They give you these. Cindy,
He says it's amazing. You be clean and hungry.
Cindy, clean
Clean
when
and
I'm
hungry.
talking about people talk about all the toxins in your body, and you can use this green
Everything.
drink and that green. No, Cindy. What they give you from the CVS or whatever pharmacy that you go to, Cindy J. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you ever had a colonoscopy.
It's serious.
Cindy. Well, first, you're gonna go to sleep. They gotta put you to sleep. They taking something and they scrubbing you're getting your ass scrubbed.
So they
I'm done.
Cindy, they gotta put you to sleep when you get your ass scrubbed.
yeah, you gotta go to sleep for that one because you can't stay
Cindy,
woke.
you imagine doing the car. They doing this here.
You're like,
Cindy, they moving.
scraping it out.
They scraping you out. They moving your right ass cheek. There's a lot going on. You gotta be
like
asleep.
spread them.
Right. But Cindy, before that, they give you this sort of like this
like a
Gatorade
super
kind of
duper laxative.
syrupy kind of. Cindy, this thing. It's a progressive kind of medication.
Yeah.
It takes you on a journey. You start solid on the exit, and by the time this medicine works, you're nothing but liquid, and you're 5 pounds lighter.
That's when you know you clean. When you
Cindy's
liquid.
Crazy. I need to
Cindy,
get one of those
Cindy,
done.
Cindy, it cleans up. It cleans your sinuses.
Yeah, your
All your
sinuses.
bumps leave from your face.
Well, yeah, they say that that's what people need, right? Because all the food we eat is crap.
Right, but I think that these folks that clean out your rectum area, they need a clear path.
Yeah.
They need a clear path up in there.
When they looking, they need to be.
Yeah, it needs to be clear. They can't, like you're right. All the food and all the put a number 1 in the chat room. Somebody in there, put a number 1 in the chat
Yeah,
room.
Diane said she had one. She's good for 10 years.
Yeah.
Della Andrews said me too.
Okay.
She had one.
All right.
Tricky Lewis said he had one.
Okay. Good.
A couple
good.
ones.
So this is my second one now, Cindy.
Oh.
And Barbie, you're pretty young to have that.
Yeah, I had an issue, and they wanted to make sure it wasn't like cancerous or anything like that, but everything was fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Cindy, I strongly suggest, even though I don't think you're of age, I don't know, I'm not a doctor.
I
You'll
was
find
younger
out.
than her. I was in my 20s, 20,
What is
28.
it, Barbie? Look, if you don't mind, before we shout out to him, what's the average age to have this colonoscopy? Cindy,
I think it's like, don't me
I
45,
think
50.
the way you live, Cindy J, you should have one. Cindy, I think not only does the colonoscopy clean that whole area, it cleans
45.
Cindy, it cleans your soul.
Yeah.
45.
You should start screening at 45.
Okay, so
Most of the people in the chat room have had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vanetta. She said she had 2.
Yeah.
Damn.
Avis, Denise, Miriam, Feliciano. Dang, V, you all right, girl?
Once a year.
what they saying, Barbie?
Vanetta said she had 2 in her life.
Wow.
Avis Denise said she had one.
Okay.
I think my mom's had two too.
Miriam Feliciano said she had one.
Okay, good.
D-Lo,
Right,
yeah.
this is good. This is a life-saving procedure.
Yeah,
Cindy.
some things, you have health
have
issues.
to do it. You gotta do
and
it.
they just want to be precautious.
Right, and you can see if they, they look at the rectum tract over there
Yeah.
to see if there's anything growing over there that you don't know, because then the next thing you know, you check out of here and you're gone.
Right.
Because you died of a rotten
Rotten colon.
rotten
Yes,
a
right.
rotten rectum. Now, Cindy, Barbie Cologne before we shot them.
Yeah.
They gave me the packet, the kit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's sitting in the house.
That prep work is serious.
And I start my prep work the day after I get married.
Damn, Sean.
But I gotta go today for some of it. No, we're gonna leave out here about 9:30, 9:45. But I'm glad that people in the chat room have.
Yeah.
And Barbie, I'm glad you have one. It's almost time for you to have another one.
No. I got some years to go. I'm good.
Senny, would you be interested in a rectum scrubbing?
Scrubbing. Yeah.
Right?
Hey, scrub.
Yeah, like why not? It's good
But I'm
for
just
you.
saying that why we have to wait to 45 for that. Like, worst case
No,
scenario, somebody could get sick prior to 45 and it's
can.
too late.
No, if you have like pre-existing conditions or family history, they make you do it earlier.
And Senny, you just said your mother had it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this might be a conversation you might want to have with your
Yeah.
mother to see if you need to have one, because she's already had one twice.
Yeah, ask her why.
With
and
the
then
family
should
history.
You and your
But this is-
sisters do it.
And Senny,
Yeah.
stop with the holistic thing. Really, just go to the
Yeah,
doctor and
it's
check it out.
holistic.
Excuse me.
I've been to the doctor. They said I don't need that right now.
Okay. Shout out to the folks that had a nice little rectum scrubbing. but Senny, Senny, I'll tell you what, even if you don't need to do it, Senny, even if you don't need it, the procedure I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Senny, this solution that I have, I'll bring it in too if you guys want to see it. It's in a bag. Senny, I think you should take the solution and just do it anyway. Clean,
Yeah.
Senny, this thing cleans out. Barbie, tell you.
Yeah,
Senny,
they gave me a jug with powder. You gotta add distilled water. I think it was.
Senny.
Shake it, and then drink it
Senny.
in 24 hours. Girl,
Senny, it's
I don't.
it's
Hold
rough.
on, Senny,
You
Senny.
know, sometimes those things I don't like because, like, when you do it on your own and like the cramping and all that, like I can't take that. I'd rather go. Don't they put you under?
No,
and
yeah.
do what they gotta do.
Yeah, but you gotta drink this
You gotta
first
drink
because
all that
that
first.
clears everything out of your colon.
No,
When
just
you
go
have
in
to.
there and do what you gotta
No,
do.
They ain't gonna be able to see your
Open me
colon.
up,
No,
Girl, you don't want that.
Slice open the colon,
No.
pull it out, sew it back up, and send me on my way.
But they don't want the traffic jam or the dookie around. Not a dookie.
Right.
You don't
All
want the
that
dookie.
poop.
Too much poopy poop up there. Senny.
Right. You don't want that, girl. You don't want
Senny,
it.
Okay.
I would suggest. No, I wouldn't suggest it. But Senny, I would, if you want to live on the edge a little bit, whatever this solution that Barbie's talking about that I have in the crib,
Yeah.
you should take it anyway, like a physical experiment. And let me tell you something.
I'll just, you eat fresh fruits, your apples,
Senny,
your
that's not-
greens.
Senny.
You keep
You're not listening.
pushing them out.
Senny, you're not listening to me. This cleans.
Dwayne said, I
Senny.
need that drink today.
Senny J. This cleans your soul. Everything you've had in your body in the last 3 years
It
is
be gone.
gone.
Like, it be clean.
Cindy, don't you know you got a hand? That remember you used to eat those chicken them Wendy's nuggets
still got,
from 4
you
years
know,
ago. There's
little
3 of
bit
them
in
still there.
No, not the nuggies. They're still in
You got
there.
little particles holding on to your colon, girl. They holding on.
Cindy, you know
They
these
still
nuggets?
there.
They're still there, Cindy.
They still there,
They're
Cindy.
still there. And Cindy, what is this solution called? Let me write it down. I'll bring it in tomorrow.
Let me see
Cindy,
the solution.
you got it. Oh boy, I live so close. I could go home and get it and bring it right back. Cindy, I'm gonna bring it in tomorrow, and I'm gonna show you this. And Cindy, I want you to take whatever the substitute of that. But Cindy, let me tell you something. When you take it, you gotta park your ass at home. You can't do anything. You gotta stay home because Cindy becomes very messy. And these people in the chat room that's been through that, they'll know. No, but Cindy, it
Yeah.
starts messy, it starts solid, then it gets mushy, then it goes, and then it breaks down, and the next thing you know, it's liquid coming out of the other area.
It's potassium sulfate and magnesium.
Cindy,
But it's like it's not the kind you get from the store. It's like
This
on
the-
1,000.
Yes.
Right.
Senny.
This is the industrial strength one.
Senny, it'll clear your skin.
Babe, you be clear. You be clear.
Senny,
You better suck your boy.
Senny,
Trying to say.
Senny, it's a rebirth. Senny, do you want to be reborn? These people are sitting over here getting baptized. They're doing the wrong thing. You want to get clean, you better take this potassium that they're talking about. That's where you can really meet Jesus.
You are a whole fool.
I don't think I'm impacted like that.
You'd be real surprised how impacted you are.
Saying, trust me. Say a heart in the chat room. Let's show these folks some love. God bless them. Man.
Yes.
Thank you for
Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? City, let's go. Turn down for what? Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Where the hearts turn down for what? Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Where the hearts turn down for what? Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Where the hearts turn down for what? 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 Hey, for what? Hey, for what? Hey, for what? Ooh. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? City, let's go. Turn down for what? Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Where the hearts turn down for what? Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Where the hearts turn down for what? Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Where the hearts turn down for what? 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 Hey, for what? Hey, for.
Oh, we have a Younger Nut in the building. What's up, Younger Nut? Good morning. Shout out to D Jones. Hey, D.
Young and Nut, have you had that colon clean? Put a number 1 in there. Yo, D Jones, you ever got that colon clean yet? What you want?
Hit Blue Cloud Frenchies is on IG. Mama of Jack and DC's here. Sweet Treat is here. D2U Internet DJ International is here. We have Marcus, Mr. One Emoji Johnson in the building. What's up, Marcus? Hey. Patty LaBelle is in the building. Okay, only
Hey,
if you knew what's going on.
Patty
Hey,
LaBelle.
that's her name. That's the name on Facebook. Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Well, God bless you.
Hey, Patty. Only if you knew.
Oh, boy.
Suge.
Call in, Patty.
Right. Call in. Hey.
Sing for us.
Sir Prince Bain is here. Good morning.
Yeah.
Shout out to C Liddy. Good morning to you. D Mother Effin Reed is in the building. What's up, David? Hey, Demaris D Rodriguez is here. Good morning to you. Shout out to Dre Shaw. How are you? Good morning. LaShawn Hayes Jones is in the building. Good morning to you.
Hey, LaShawn.
Shout out to LaShawn BX. Hey, girl. Good morning.
God bless her.
Nathaniel Jones is here. Hey, Nathaniel. Trina Pinker is in the building. What's up, Trina? Hey. Princess Cox. Good morning, Mr. Robinson. He's in Facebook jail, so he's using his no pause page, guys.
Whoa, wait, whoa.
And I saw what got him in jail.
What?
Is in Facebook
You
jail.
knew.
Whoa, wait a minute.
You knew.
Right.
Our
You
beloved Mr. Jackie Robinson is in Facebook jail.
Yes.
And what happened? Why?
I don't know what he do.
Say what you do.
He posted a picture, a video that was a little racy in one of his other groups.
Okay. And they banned for how long?
Who knows?
Okay.
Probably like 7 days.
Okay, cool. and
But he has another page, so he's able to come in.
And what's
But I
that?
think he's
No
Ubering
pause.
right now.
No pause.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's no
Still
pause
here.
page.
We're all been there.
Right, he's still in here. Right, I was in jail recently too. Della Andrews, good morning, Della. Hey, girl, where have you been, Della? I was worried. I haven't seen you in a couple of days.
I was in Facebook
Okay.
jail twice for 30 days.
Yeah, I mean, I got another page, so I'm fine. I got like 4 pages.
And
I don't think I've ever been in Facebook jail. I think like maybe one time. And I was fighting for racial injustice.
They pick and choose. You know?
And I was locked out of the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team group page.
Right, it
3
is the
times.
Shawn Harvey.
They
group
locked
page.
me out 3 times.
Right, I am.
Because you were spamming.
Yeah, I know.
You
I know,
weren't
I
doing
know,
it right.
I know.
Right,
I know.
right. No,
I didn't. I don't know. I know.
That's what happens when your name is in the group as well.
Oh, you think you're dope? You think you're dope? Okay,
You think
well,
you're above the law.
Yeah.
watch this.
Who else?
Ortiz Chevelle is here. Are you new, darling? Welcome to the show. We appreciate you tuning in. Let us know, how did you hear about us?
For sure.
Thank you. Queen is here, y'all. Diane Anley. Y'all say good morning to the Queen because she's in the building. Yes.
I have an assignment for the Queen Diane, who's been listening to the show from day one. Senny Jane, God bless her. Diane is in there, right?
Yeah.
Sure enough, I'm not in that chat room. I know what's going on. Queen, I need you in the building. When did we do Lee Scott's thing? That's
September 3rd.
The Queen. I need you here, if you don't mind.
She said she don't have a car yesterday. Her car is broken.
Is it what?
Her car is broken. She said she doesn't have a car.
No, we get it here. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
That's not Queen. If you need a pickup, just let me know. Remember when Senny had a birthday party? Queen was sitting here right next to me.
Yeah.
And she holds a special place in my heart. Queen, I'm gonna start naming folks that live locally. I need down here for our big celebration. We're having a baby. And Queen, we'll work out the car situation. Don't worry about that. Queen, I need you in the building. Who else, Barbi?
That's
it.
Oh man.
Quan is here. Good morning, Quan and IG. The beautiful Tina Graham is here. Hey, Tina. Good morning to you.
God bless.
D-Lo is in the building. Hey. Janice Finley is here on IG. Good morning to you. Shout out to Alan Suave McAllister.
God bless.
Natalie Wright is in the building. Norma Ortiz, 983 on IG.
Norma.
Hey, Norma. It's an old school name, yeah.
I smashed the Norma back in the
You
80s.
smashed a lot of people, Sean.
I smashed the Norma back in
That's
the Bronx.
because your ass is nasty.
back in the 80s.
We have
That's
Valerie
a lot of
Thomas. Hey,
fun.
Valerie. She's a lot of fun.
Not fun. Lots of fun.
Johnny Jury Mawaka Crawford is listening from New Zealand. Hey, Johnny. Good morning.
Hey, what's going on?
And that's the problem with some of you ladies is not a lot of fun.
Whatever.
We need fun. You're
No, we
angry. You're angry. We want fun.
That's the problem with men. They want too much fun.
Yeah,
Want
y'all
fun.
can't handle the fun you get, so you want to go get
We're
extra.
getting angry. We want fun.
Whatever. That's why y'all behind.
Fellas, put a number one
Which
chat room
y'all
if you
in?
want. Fellas, only the fellas. Put a number one chat room if you want fun.
Tisha Marie just joined in IG. Hey, Tisha. Lee Scott is here. Hey, Lee. Good morning to you.
Ladies, put a number one in the chat room if you're fun.
Sharon Campbell just popped in. Hey, Sharon.
Put
good
a number
morning.
2 if you're not fun.
Kathy Garrison is in the building. What's up, Kathy? Good morning to you. Shout out to Tiffany Klosick. Good morning, Tiffany.
Tiffany, put a number 1 if you're fun. Put a number 2 if you're not.
_D to you _ is here on IG. Good morning. Tanya Lynette is watching on YouTube. Good morning, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
Tricky Lewis is in the building. Good morning, Tricky.
God bless him.
Jessica Wilcox is here. Derek Evans is in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to Danielle Williams. What's up, Danielle?
Hey, Danielle.
Hey.
Danielle, you put a number 1 if you're a lot
She
of
put
fun.
Darlene O said in all caps, she big fun.
Ooh.
Okay, Miss D.
Okay,
Oh,
yes.
hold on. Who said that?
Miss D.
Oh.
Her and that radio voice, I could imagine. How many more? You do voiceovers, girl? Like different.
I can imagine her being big fun.
Yeah, she seems like she big.
Ladies,
fun. I mean,
ladies, put a number 1 if you're fun. Put a number 2 if you're not. It's fine. If you're not fun, it's fine. There's no judge free zone.
let me put a number one.
Are you really fun, Barbie? Or are you? Senny, are you fun or you not? Senny, really.
Please, if you have to ask that question, you don't know me at all.
Right.
All right, continue.
Andre X is here. Hey, Andre. Good
Barbie,
morning.
ask me, am I fun?
Sean, are you fun, Sean?
I'm whorishly fun. I'm such a whore.
You know we have our moments.
I've been a whore since I was 7.
Right before you moved out your mama's house at 9,
At
huh?
9, yes.
Right. That's probably why she kicked you out, because you was a whore
I
at
was a
7.
whore. Thank you.
You're welcome. Tim Harriet is here. Good morning, Tim. Avis Denise is in the building. Good morning. Celine Rooney. Hey, Crystal. Good morning. Arc 10740 on Instagram is here. Hey, Arc. Good morning. MCW Original _1 is here on IG. Good morning to you. John Cochran. Hey, John. Good morning. How are you this morning? Sweet Soft Treat is here. Good morning to you on IG. Miriam Feliciano is in the building. Shout out to Rel, Mr. Sensational Holla. Good morning, Rel. Hey, Dira Jackson is here. Good morning, Dira. Miss D is in the building. Good morning, Miss D. Julius Galashaw is here. Patty LaBelle is in the building. And last but not least, my boo, Shamika Love is in the building. What's going on, Shamika?
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
We truly appreciate you guys. And shout out to Dira Jackson sending us some stars.
Oh,
Dira, you always sending stars. You got a little bank of stars, girl. You just send them out when you feel like, and we say something nice to you, girl.
Star balling. Hey.
Shout out to you. We appreciate you. We definitely want to make sure that you guys all are following us on social media, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team business page. You definitely want to make sure that you like and follow us on that page. We also have a group page, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team group. So please make sure you join us on there and add friends. We truly appreciate that. Like Shawn said, we're rapidly approaching 5,000 members. Truly appreciate you. We are on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We are on everywhere. So definitely make sure you like this video. And throw it on your wall and share it in any groups that you can or you are a part of.
Appreciate you, Barbi Cologne, and I appreciate your service, Senny J. What we do, we'll come back front page news. Senny J, let's go.
It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right. It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right.
in Bethlehem. We broadcast live to you from right now. It is 59 degrees, going up to a high of 77 today. Partly cloudy. In Stroudsburg, it is also 59 degrees. I'm sorry, it's 64 right now, going up to a high of 75. Partly cloudy and rain later this afternoon. In Newark, New Jersey, 66 right now, fair, and 77 will be the high. In New York City, it is 66 degrees, sunny right now, but the clouds is going to slide in, and 75 will be the high. 66 in Atlanta, 82 for the high and partly cloudy. In Miami, it is 79 degrees, going up to a high of 84 today, partly cloudy and afternoon storms. In Chicago, it's 57 degrees. 64 degrees. 68 will be the high, clear and cloudy sometime in the afternoon. In Los Angeles, it is 61 degrees, clear now. It's going to be clear all day in Los Angeles. In Louisville, it is 64 degrees, rain showers all day. It's going to pick up to thunderstorms later in the afternoon. So if you're out and about, please be careful. And in Rochester, it is 63 degrees, partly cloudy and overnight rain. 75 will be the high. That's the weather I have for you all. What's it look like where you are? Barbi Cologne coming to you live from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J. Well, you get your morning started right.
Get your morning started right. Without a doubt, only place you're going to get this morning love. We appreciate everyone for listening. Thank you so much for the thousands of folks that are listening each and every morning. We truly appreciate you. Dark Child, you there? Hold on.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right, hold on. Everyone, this is my homegirl, man. Before we get into the news thing, one of the funniest comedians out of Philadelphia. We're going to bring her up here. Last time she came up here, she ripped the stage, and she's a veteran in the game, and I love this woman so much. She's my sister in common. Everybody start clapping for comedian Dark Child.
Woo-hoo, yeah.
Now, before we get into this real quick, first of all, how you feel?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm good. So, before we get into this whole thing, Dark Child, I'm 56 years old, and I got to do the colonoscopy thing. We was just talking about that, Barbi. And, I'm going to get my rectum scrubbed. And we were talking about the liquid that you have to take prior to that. Right, Barbi?
Yeah.
That cleans you out. And then you get this procedure done. Dark Child.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been through this colon procedure?
Absolutely.
Right. Now, I went. Let's clap for that.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat room has almost had this, like 70% of folks.
You know, we're a little older.
When it happened to me, they, of course, they put me to sleep. You got to go to sleep for this. There's a lot going on in that area. And then, Barbi, when I woke up, Dark Child, when I woke up, there was like this West Indian nurse standing over me, giving me comforting words. Yeah, and I thought it was funny, Barbi Clone. They said the average age is 45, right?
Yeah.
45.
Yeah.
And I think, we had that demo in this room, the demographics, we have folks over 40. Dark Child, before we get into your comment and everything, how was that experience for you?
That was the weirdest, most craziest experience I've ever experienced in my life. First of all, you have to go through drinking of liquid. Some processes is for days, but you feel like you drinking forever.
Right. Yes.
To clean your system out. By the time you finish, you don't want to drink nothing else.
Not a thing.
But
You don't want no spit. You don't want no nothing.
You said no spit, no nothing.
You don't want nothing. You hear me? Nothing.
We hear you, girl.
But Dark Child, I was sharing with Senny, like, this thing cleans you out. Like, if you had a French fry from 3 years ago, that's coming out of you.
Yeah.
Like, it's snatching your soul. It's cleaning your soul.
Yes.
When this particular procedure's happening that you're doing to yourself. Like, y'all talk about this green tea and all these other different type of drinks to clean your system. This is the ultimate cleaner.
Yes.
And I mean,
nasty as hell.
Listen.
We listen.
It's going. If you had something in the third grade, it's coming out.
Okay. Yes.
But you know what? It actually, like, I had to admit, like, so when you go for the procedure, right? I'm telling you, not only that, you're gonna lose 3 to 6 pounds.
Right.
You're losing a few pounds when you're doing this. And when you walk into before your procedure, you're actually feeling pretty okay.
True.
But my whole thing is why we can't have this like quarterly. Like once a year, not the procedure part.
Because you don't need it that
I'm talking
often.
about that liquid that you're talking about. I think we all need to clean our souls out at least twice a year with this.
Sure, you
not
need
the
that.
procedure part.
It cleans your spirit,
Yeah, you clean.
not your soul, your spirit.
Right. Right. You clean for
Your
a long
spirit.
time.
Like I was saying, I was saying like, why do black folks gotta get baptized? That's not
Why? Why?
This liquid, Senny J, is gonna clear your spirit more than getting baptized. Why you dunking in some water? I don't understand that.
Get a colonic.
Yes. Dark Child,
Yes.
coming out of Philadelphia. Let's clap for this woman. Let me tell you
Clap
something.
for me for a minute. Clap for me. There we go. That's so good.
She'll be coming up here. You know, we started the comedy. Everyone, you know, everything's open.
Right.
Right. I mean, and Dark Child's from Philadelphia. One of the queen of comedies down there in Philadelphia. We, Dark Child, we like to stay away from the Kensington area of Philadelphia. Dark Child, are you anywhere close to that?
Oh, you talking about my Kensington? Where you can get anything and everything. You can go shopping.
Yeah.
Where the items come to you, you don't have to come to it. Cut it out.
Dog Chow, we're scared of Kensington.
It's a little nerve wracking.
That is zombie land.
Yup. Yup.
That is the night of the living dead.
Sure is. It's a little rough
That
down
is the
there.
apocalypse coming back.
What's going before we can?
That's the new Scared Straight.
Have we done comedy shows in this neighborhood?
Hell yeah.
We have.
Yes.
She said yes.
Cindy, I've probably been to Kensington and didn't even know it.
You probably have,
Yeah,
Sean.
you were there quite a few times. Quite a few. See, the problem is, Sean, you don't go outside. You just get out the car and come straight in.
That's it.
Right.
You didn't pay your surroundings no attention.
So in the neighborhood like this, it's protocol. You have to get out the car and go into the house.
You got to go in. No, you got to you got to drive the car in the house and then get out.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's hilarious.
Let's talk about everybody. Dark Child's on the phone. Comedian Dark Child. This is my homegirl. She is a beast on stage. No question about it. I'm not saying this to be saying this. But Cindy, she's the type of comedian where when we all do shows together, and when we know that she's on the show,
Yeah.
she's the type of comedian like you don't want to follow this chick.
Right.
She's one of those.
Gonna tear the house
Yeah,
down.
she's like, Dark Child's on the show. Damn, like it's like that. She's one
Right.
of those. How did the whole are you from Philadelphia originally? Is that your hometown?
Hometown Philly.
Let's clap.
Philly.
I hope
I always love Philly.
I hope your 76ers beat the crap out of the Brooklyn Nets.
We try.
Now, how did the whole comedy thing come into play? Okay, so you're born and raised in Philadelphia.
Born in Nebraska, raised in Philly. I came to Philadelphia, and I say it in my joke in 1972. We came to Philly because it's no black people in Nebraska, so we had to leave when everybody else left.
Right. So you was one of the last black folks to leave Nebraska.
No, not really, because that's where that's the bunker for whenever it's some air some national security stuff. That's where Barack Obama went when they went to go grab Bin Laden. He was in the bunker.
Oh, okay.
But that's the home of Gabrielle Union.
Oh,
Gabrielle
okay.
Union is from Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Warren Buffett is from Omaha, Nebraska. He's still there.
Oh, wow. Didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that.
There's some history there. That's the birthplace of Malcolm X.
Wow.
Definitely didn't know that.
Well, Dark Child's definitely
right.
done her
Thank you.
studies on Nebraska.
Yeah, because there wasn't nothing else to do.
If it wasn't for Nebraska,
Right.
I didn't find anything else. So, but I know, and I say that in my set. You know, it's the birthplace of Gabrielle Union, and people relate to that. Like Gabrielle, yeah, Gabrielle Union is from Omaha, Nebraska. So
Okay.
I came here in 1972.
Right.
As I started working and I got a little older, I was always the class clown.
Right.
Suspended. My mom always say, you know, it's always my little dark child that's always in trouble. It's always my little dark child. Because I'm my mama's darkest child. So I'm the one that was always in trouble. So I started working in the welfare office, giving these people their food stamp. And I think one day they called me a B one too many times. And I packed up my little plant and I was like, I'm going home. So I started helping a comedian clean up his drug money. And
right?
we
Wow.
were promoting comedy, and we booked some comedians, and they weren't funny. And I said to him, I bet you I'm funnier than they are. And he said, bet you not. He said, I'll give you $50 next show. You go up there.
Right.
So the next show, he gave me $50. I had my little material ready.
Right.
I didn't bomb.
Yeah.
I didn't do well,
Right.
but it was a high that I've been chasing ever since.
Yeah, and that's just what comedy is. So you, fascinating. So you had the job, sort of like LaShawn Haynes Jones. She had the type of job in social services where you get cursed out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how long did you work? She said the welfare. Did they say welfare? Do they say
Welfare.
welfare?
office.
Did they say that?
Yep, the welfare. Where you get your stamps from.
Right now.
I think so.
Now, Senny, that would give. If I worked in a welfare office, that would give me some sense of entitlement.
All people that work in government have a sense of
They
entitlement.
sure do.
Why, Dark
Wow.
Child,
Don't
why-
say
Yeah.
Vanetta.
Dark Child. Why would
throw
folks,
under the bus like
why would
orange.
folks work in social services for even the welfare division that gives stamps?
Because
Why do you
social
guys feel,
services-
why do you guys feel like you got all the power? Like we gotta come to you.
Right.
We gotta come to you on our hands and knees and beg for something. Why we gotta do? Why y'all making us feel like that?
Because you know, black people need to have some type of status. And I worked in the intake, so you had to come see me first.
Right.
So you ain't, she
Get it
ain't
up.
like you. She was like denied.
Right,
You
right.
right? Nah.
See, so she had the ultimate power.
Right.
But
I didn't tell you whether you was going. I just be like denied.
I said that. Denied.
Sorry, ma'am, you
Oh,
don't
my
qualify.
I'm Petty LaBelle. I'm
Right.
Petty LaBelle. She's Petty,
Petty
LaBelle.
LaBelle.
Petty LaBelle. Petty, petty.
Wait a minute, Dark Child.
Petty
Dark Child.
Betty.
Wait a minute, Dark Child. After how many denials did it take to where it just come robotic? Like you didn't have, like when you had your first denial, didn't you feel like didn't you feel bad that day, or you know?
No.
They don't feel bad. They don't
She
feel
had
bad.
a Gucci bag. She had some Prada sneakers on.
Oh, see, she came in there too dope.
She was
came in
out
there
of
too
here.
dope. I would have denied her ass too.
Hold on.
She was out of here.
Wait.
She had too fly. She was too fly. I couldn't match her fly. She was out of here.
So it
No
was
need
safe,
no stamp.
right? So it was safe to say that she had a better outfit than you had on that day,
Correct.
right? And you was feeling a certain way.
Correct.
So if you was to match her fly that day, would you approved her?
I would have.
But- now, Doc, was there any days before you started touring? We get into the comedy, but we talk about a day job. Was there any days where any one of these work days where you felt a certain way, and you just approved everybody that day because something good happened to you? Maybe you got some extra penis that night. Maybe you hit the
No.
number. Well,
And then I didn't approve everybody that day. But if your story was sad enough, I let you slide.
She said you was sad
right.
enough.
So if I came in there, let's do a little role play.
And you had to have gray sweatpants on.
She had to
so let
see
me
what
ask
she
you
was
this.
working
So
with.
let me ask you this. What would be the proper attire to get approved? How would a person need to walk in there? What kind of what should they be
He
wearing?
had to be a man. He had to be a man.
Okay.
He had to have on gray sweatpants. He had to have a beard. And he had to have on at least a white tee with a white beater under.
Oh, she went that Philly
Basic.
style. That Philly
And-
style.
And you approve.
You approve.
Now, what if
Now you notice I ain't say nothing about drawers on, right? You approve.
Right. You approved. The gray sweatpants said it all, sis. Yeah, we
Said
was
it all.
following you. We was
Fellas,
following
take
you.
notes.
now? Wow.
Yes.
And what about single mom coming in and
She had to have at least 2 snotty nose joints.
At least 2.
now? And thank you for sharing. So then, at that point, you just said, you know what, you're done with this, and you're gonna
I
start.
said you can get the emergency stamps, but you can't get no ongoing stamp.
You can get the one time.
Emergency. One time. That's it. You getting it once and that's it.
One time.
Now, let me ask you this question. Oh man, and Senny, this is a lot of power for
Yeah.
an individual to have.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Dog child, have you ever at the intake? Have you ever? Is there anybody that sat there that you knew? Like maybe they might be a cousin or a neighbor or somebody that you, when they sat there, you was like, Michelle, what you need? You ever ran into anything like that?
Yeah. And it happened to be my high school bully.
Oh.
That's crazy. Talk about
I don't
karma.
even need
Right.
to finish that story, do I?
Nope.
We already know how that went, sis.
Tonight. Wasn't even a conversation.
Sure enough.
I'm gonna need you to head on out.
As soon as you recognize, as soon as you see that name, you be like, oh shit.
You don't even need to sit down.
Oh my God!
Right.
Wait, Sean.
Yes.
And this is a true story.
Okay.
My high school bully turned out to be, she started messing with them drugs and she was out there tricking.
Damn.
So when I got to the income part, I kept asking her what her income was.
Right.
I know you out there tricking her.
Right.
I kept saying, do you have any other income? Any other income? You have to report all income.
I'm done.
Yo, she got my
You
shit
wanted
set.
to make her say it.
Wow.
That didn't go well.
It didn't go
She
well.
got the point, Sean. She left.
Oh. Okay.
You have to report all income.
Ma'am, I said.
Senny, I would be scared to deal with your dog child in this environment.
Yeah, there's some of them like that. Like
Now,
that out
Senny,
there.
I always share
Gotta
this.
come correct.
Everybody, comedian dog child's on the phone. Everybody's been waiting. They're excited to talk to you, and thank you so much for calling in. Senny, as a comedian, this woman, like I said, I give her praises and her flowers because this woman is. And the last time I saw her was last summer. We did a show outside in Queens, New York. And that was the last time I saw her. And then but prior to COVID, we worked together a lot. Mm-hmm. And then seeing her at that show, it reminded me. And I always tell the story, Senny,
Right.
about the first time that I bombed on stage. Senny Jam.
Yeah.
I was on a show that I wasn't supposed to be on.
Ooh.
My cousin was a comedy promoter.
Right.
I was doing comedy literally 4 months. We was doing a show at the BB King's in Times Square. It was
okay.
400 people there.
Wow.
I had no business, but I told my cousin, I'm doing stand up now.
Right.
He was like, "Word? I got a show.
Come through.
Give me a picture. I'll put you on the flyer." And they had it on the radio and everything.
Yeah.
I had no jokes.
And your family?
And I bought the whole I bought everybody when I had the day job. I bought
Right.
everybody from the job. My mother was there. My baby mother was there. My wife
Wow.
at the time was there. The whole thing. Dog child, when I tell you, Tony Robbins was the headliner of that show. You ripped the room.
Damn.
She already knew.
Sure.
you
Rip
suck.
Michaels was the host. If you know Rip is easy for him. He starts
Yeah.
hosting this. I went first. When I tell you I bombed in front, like
And people are ready to laugh in the beginning, Sean,
because
you
Rip
know?
had them ready. I got up there. When I tell you my mother gave me the dirtiest look.
Your mom was like,
mom.
why am I here?
It was, and then the folks at the job, I bombed so bad. I didn't hear, they kept talking about that for 2 years at the job. Dog Chow.
Yeah.
You're a seasoned comedian and a veteran comedian at this point in your life. And I know, like, like we all judge from one show to the next. I get it.
Yeah.
But we kind of know what we're going to do.
Your last show.
Right, exactly. But what could you share that? Because, you know, I always praise folks in this, and they definitely deserve that because they're funny. But we all started. We all bombed. Right. I don't care what anybody say about a comedian. Don't get it twisted. Whatever you saw, that when you see that comedian the first time and they're ripping, that's a polished act.
Right.
Yes.
Dog Chow.
Listen, I bombed so Beefy Funny. It was a comedian named Beefy Funny. It used to be in Philly.
Right.
He was kind of my mentor.
Right.
And I was doing good. He said, "You know what? You're not gonna be a great comedian until you suffer. And you suffer hard."
Right.
I was on an upswing.
Right.
And I didn't want to really practice for this show. Now I'm on a big tour with Spank, Toure, Benny Live, Tara Lipinski. She was just coming off of Last Comic Standing.
Right.
It was Kevin Hart. It was Lil Kev at the time.
Yeah.
I knew the promoter. I had no business on this show.
Right.
How are you
I got
saying?
the outfit. And see, my thing at the time, and as always, is, all right, let's see how Dark Child gonna do her hair this time. Because I kept my stylist on speed dial. So if I had a show today, I made sure that I was at the hairdresser today.
Right.
So I'm out. I get up there and I suffered so bad. Before the show was over, I went back to the bus because we went in a bus. I went into the bathroom, locked myself in the bathroom. The whole ride home, I wouldn't come out.
Aw.
We are in Albany, New York.
Right.
Suffered. I came home through the comedy joke books in the trash. I was like, I'm done with comedy. Now, every time I threw them in, my daughter would take it out and put it to the side. And it had ketchup on it. It had oodles and noodles on it. It had syrup on it. But every time, and then I finally took it and threw him in the outside trash can, thinking she wasn't going to find them.
Right.
Luckily, she found them and hid them. I waited 6 months. Beefy, started talking to me. People started calling me. I was still getting calls, but I was like, I'm booked. Yeah. I said, no, I'm going to try this again. I don't never quit. And then I went back, and I was like, dang, if I had my books. And I told my daughter, and I went to work. And when I came home, I usually close my door and lock it. She had slid the books back up under the door. So I got them back, rehearsed my stuff. And by the grace of God, I've been on an upward trajectory ever since.
And Senny, and thank you for sharing, because
That's so great.
you see how horrific that was. Because Senny, when I bombed, I did the same thing. I didn't do comedy for like 6-7 months. It's what a feeling, but it can make you or break you.
Right.
Yep.
Because most people, they will experience it, Senny, and then you'll never see him again, because that's how horrific it is to feel that way and to bomb in front of folks. But like anything else in life, like you fall off the horse, you get back on it.
Yeah.
And the common denominator between Dark Child and myself is that we get back on that horse.
That's right.
Yep.
Because it's one thing to make a mistake at your job. It's sort of isolated in a sense. You know what I mean? Like the department knows about it. Maybe might go up to the middleman. When you bomb on stage, everybody knows it.
Yeah, it immediately.
Everybody.
They be knowing.
And then what happens when you bomb on stage, Barbi Cologne? Are you not doing well? The audience members, they like to walk up to you and give you suggestions.
Like, maybe you should do this. Next time you should do this.
Maybe you should do it this way. Maybe you like, shut up.
Right, mind your business.
You ever get that suggestion, kill yourself?
Yes. Now, with COVID, everybody, Dog Child's on the phone. Let's clap for Dog Child. She's ripping. COVID, everything was shut down. They even asked me to do some. I'm talking about in New York when everybody was dying, when there's like 3,000 people dying there. They was still, and I ain't gonna say no names. They was still doing some underground comedy.
They ain't care
And
about life.
I was like, no.
They did not care about life.
And all our schedules wiped away, and they were gone. Dog Child, how did that? Because for me, Senny was an optical illusion. Like my schedule, like I was booked literally from March all the way to the rest of the year.
Right.
And
Only
then you
by-
got unbooked.
Quick.
Got real regular.
And it was sort of like a David Blaine.
got
Real regular. Definitely real regular. I was regular for a year. And Senny, it was like a David Blaine trick.
Yeah.
Right.
The schedule disappeared.
Yeah.
Dog Child. Because I thought when COVID started, it was like, all right, those 3 shows is canceled. Don't worry, we got April. We're gonna we're gonna get back into this. When COVID hit, how did that affect? Before we get into your regular life, how did that affect the comedy part of your life?
First of all, it made me change my religion. Because I had to be in this house with these kids all day. So you know I got foster kids. So it's always a challenge with foster kids. And kids coming, kids going, kids coming, kids going. So you learning all these new personalities. And I learned that I couldn't tolerate some of them, so they went back real fast.
I hear that.
But it improved my comedy. That was a well-needed break for me. I took advantage of that. I took the old set, I scrapped it and put it to the side, and I started fresh. And I really started to look at my environment and the things around me and day to day, and try. I write from a perspective of not what's funny, but what can I get the majority of the audience to relate to.
Right. Right. Of course.
So we're all in this pandemic, so everybody's got pandemic jokes.
Right.
But what else besides this pandemic is happening?
Right.
The stores, what's going on with paying our bills, the bank account.
Yeah.
I went outside of that pandemic box and looked at how this pandemic was affecting our lives.
Right.
And I wrote from that perspective.
Awesome. Now, Barbi.
That PUA money,
That PUA money. That did it, huh?
that stimulus money,
Yeah, no
you
doubt.
know, it changed some people's lives. People wanted them Gucci slides.
Yeah.
They got a chance to get them. They wanted them champion slides. They got a chance to get them.
No doubt. Now, Barbi Cologne on this show, and Dog Child have 2 co-hosts here. It's Barbi Cologne, Senny here. Barbi and I, we got vaccinated. Which one did you get again, Barbi? Moderna. And I got the
Hey,
Johnson.
Barbie, we twins.
Hey, girl.
And I got the Johnson & Johnson before the blood clots.
Okay, pre-blood clot.
No doubt. And our beloved over here, she's going raw, no condom.
Okay, well done.
Did you get vaccinated?
Absolutely. Me and Barbie twins. I'm the Moderna.
Woo, woo, woo. Ooh,
Moderna.
Vax twin. She my Vax twin.
I'm done. That's
She my
hilarious.
Vax twin.
Now, of course.
Hey, you remember back in the day when we used to get the vaccinations and they used to leave them scars on our arm?
Yes.
Those are the people from the that are about 55 now. They had the vaccination marks on their arms. That was hilarious. I thought that was the only thing I kept thinking of. Please don't put no vaccination mark on my arm when you give me this vaccine.
Now,
But,
Now, all us black folks, you know, when this whole thing came out, everybody was like with the hocus pocus. This vaccine is gonna kill us and all that. And they got chips in the vaccine and all this other nonsense that they were talking about.
I never
It's not
thought any of that.
nonsense.
They said there was a chip in the vaccine.
It's nanotechnology, Sean.
So they got
That's why they have lot numbers on the
Okay.
vaccine that they give you
Okay.
for when
Right.
you have an adverse. No, because you're saying it's hocus pocus. You need to understand if you don't know because you didn't read.
Right.
Right.
So that
They got
when
lot
something
numbers on the
happens,
box.
when they give it to you and you have an adverse reaction,
Yeah.
they know that the mRNA that they put in you are able to go back to their database and they can register it. That's what nanotechnology
So,
is.
but wait a minute.
Microscopic that
So
you
they said
cannot
it was a
see
chip.
it.
They said it was
That-
a chip.
It's not. No, that's for people that don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
so then why did this don't say
but
that?
they call it technology because they can insert it into your body, and by using computers, they can upload that data from you.
Yeah, and you go.
Okay, that's why they call it technology. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a chip that's being inserted to you.
And they also have that with your cell phone as well. Now back to what I was
Yes,
saying.
you do. People get infected with radio waves. Nobody's saying that.
And nobody's dying from the cell phone. Now,
no, they're getting cancer from the cell phones.
Yeah, okay, fine. Now, you see how the resentment is from the anti.
And no, just speak on what you know.
What are you talking about? They said a chip.
You want to talk about facts.
They talked about a chip.
Well, I'm correcting you.
They talk about a chip. They saying chip.
Well, I'm correcting you.
Well, you need to
No, I'm correcting you.
You need to correct your people
No,
for saying chip.
I am, which is you. You're my
That's not me.
people,
No.
and you're saying
I'm
chip.
not
Your other people.
Your other people.
No, you're over here talking about
Your
people saying
conspiracy
this.
theorist people.
Hold on, Senny. Hold on.
Talk right.
Hold on. Not Dog Chow.
Yes.
Did you, we got to guess. Did you feel a certain way prior to this vaccine?
Yes.
Right. And what was the contributing factor for you to make the decision to get vaccinated?
My mother. I didn't want to be a cause for her to go meet our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ early. If there's anything that I personally can do to sacrifice myself to help my parents stay on earth with me a little longer, being selfish, I'm going to do it. So I didn't want to catch the vaccine and be the one that took it back to my parent and they passed away from it.
Right.
So if you're blessed enough to have your parents here, then that to me was what it was all. I could care less about anything. My foster kids, who love my mother dearly, stood behind me and stood in the line also.
Right.
I took mine way before then, but they also agreed because they couldn't go around her. So they want to see her. So they took that shot too. They're in dosage number 1, and they're 12 and 15, and they want to go see my mom.
So they took the shot before it was even approved for the kids.
A little early.
They still alive, right?
Yep.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Dog Child, you are amazing. Let's clap for Dog Child.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you called in and kicked some ass.
Oh, yes, you did.
And how far do you live from Kensington?
Far enough that my car is still out front this morning.
I know that's right.
All right, Dog Child, where can my folks... Let's clap. Jesus Christ. Man. Such a delight. It's good to hear from you, sis. You know I love you to death.
I was just up in New York. I was in Money Earning Mount Vernon last week.
Oh.
A lot of shows in Mount
I was just
Vernon.
there. You know, a funny thing, I'll share this quick story with you. I laid out all my new merchandise that I had. Table was set.
Right.
I'm on the show with JP Justice and Omar Thomas, Thompson, and nobody touched my table. Right. I went up on that stage. I was first up, lit that thing on fire, came back. Everything that I had got sold out.
Hey, that's what's
Nice.
up. Yes.
Nice.
And I mean, dozens. And this was new material, and it was dozens.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of look at women like we're not funny in comedy. I don't do all of the male genitalia area jokes because to me, that's not funny.
Right.
I do real life situations, stuff that when you go home 3 weeks from now, it's going to come back to your head. Yo, the comedian talked about that. That's funny.
Right.
Right.
So I need you to be able to live on my jokes. So and keep them alive vis-a your memory. A good comic will tell a good joke that will last forever.
Sure.
And you'll constantly recall it.
Right.
Without having to put your callbacks on a joke to the point where it's sickening.
Right.
And there are comics out here who are great at the callbacks and then are not. So the new material, I got a chance to try it out in New York.
Right.
I'll be at Punchline Comedy Club. Hassan Oliver from New York is calling me, giving me a date today.
Okay.
I got a very heavy compliment from JP Justice. He said, you're one of those comics that voice captivates audiences.
Right.
So that's my strong suit. That's my ace in the hole. That's the card that I play when I'm on stage.
Well, JP Justice is a friend of this show and another hilarious comedian. And also when JP stamps something and stamp what you do, it's definitely valid. And we appreciate you. We will have this young lady down here at the Iron Mill. We just opened up. The shows are running once a month. Now it's twice a month, so we get a chance to get all these comedians down here so you guys can see this young lady perform. She is a beast. She's hilarious. Dark Child, before we take a break, where can they find you on social media before we take the break? We're going to give you the last word.
I'm that girl comedy on Facebook and Instagram. Black people they don't say that girl funny. They say dat, D-A-T, that girl comedy. Oh, that girl was funny. Right. That's me. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, D-A-T, that girl comedy.
Okay, we'll be right back. Dark Child, I'll call you after the show. Let's clap for it, man. Come on. God bless you, man. We appreciate you.
It's all right.
Good night.
I just found it.
Set your day on fire. Get your morning started right. Your morning started right.
Water tank again. That's enough. I done got many places, yes, on just a quarter tank. On the way in the prayer.
I gotta get out of here early. Great show so far today.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll do some front page news and Okay, come on. Front page news, y'all, with Senny J. Hey, front page news. Why?
S to the E double N-Y, and you can't deny.
Ha! She got the front page news, y'all. She got the back,
she got the front page news, y'all.
That's Senny J.
Front page news, y'all. News, y'all. She got the front page news, y'all.
And you can't deny. She got the
front page news, y'all. News, y'all. She got the front page news, y'all.
Yes, front page news. I'm going to start off. I don't even know what to start off with today. The first story I'm going to give actually is really good. Amazon is backing cannabis legalization, and they're actually dropping weed testing for some of the jobs that they have. Amazon said yesterday that it's supporting a proposed U.S. legislation to legalize cannabis at the federal level and would drop weed testing requirements for some recruitments. The e-commerce company's public policy team will be actively supporting the Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act of 2021, which seeks to legalize cannabis at the federal level. Amazon will also no longer screen its job applicants for weed use or for any positions not regulated by the Department of Transportation. While many U.S. states have legalized weed use, employers have so far largely refused to work with the industry as cannabis is still a classified substance at the federal level. Amazon was hit with a proposed class action suit, which claimed the company was violating a New York City law by testing applicants for jobs at local facilities for marijuana. As you know, they had dropped that law, I believe, in New York and several other states where you no longer could test for weed, being that it was legal. The company does not allow marijuana sales on its platform. Amazon also said it's tweaking its worker productivity tracking tool, Time Off Task. They said starting today, we are now averaging time off task over a longer period to ensure that there's more signal and less noise, reinforcing the original intent of the program. So it seems like they might be beefing up productivity, making sure people are not smoking and chilling on the job. But that's great. Shout out to Amazon.
Shout out to Amazon.
It seems like if you're not driving a car, they won't test for that.
No.
So-
This is. Thank you for sharing.
And it is actually because the problem that becomes now, especially with a lot of states, like people, because the question now at the federal level is a lot of senators who are smoking weed, among other things that we know that they're doing.
Right.
But now it's like, will they be in trouble at their jobs or at Congress and things like that? But their home state legalizes it.
Right.
So now there's a big push to legalize it at the federal level.
It should be.
Because there's a contradiction.
I mean,
You guys.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying.
You guys
from the earth.
don't even see. You don't even see it coming. That's the sad part about this.
It can't be any worse than them legalizing alcohol.
Excuse me. It's the same. Excuse
People
me.
die more from that.
Let me tell you something.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know.
You don't even see it coming.
Okay.
You're gonna smoke the weed, and if you're not driving a vehicle, you're okay. And then you're gonna go to this facility, and you're gonna get your arm ripped off because you're not paying attention because you're high on one of these high-speed machines, one of these machines that take the boxes and sort them and stamp them. Don't get this twisted, everyone. Just because Amazon is saying that, yeah, it's okay, you could come in, doesn't matter. They will still fire your ass if you're under the influence of it. This is all a setup, and I'm not like, again,
So then don't come under the influence.
Right.
How is it different than alcohol?
Let me finish.
How
They
is it
can't
different?
prove it. They
the
can't
sa-
test
it's-
it.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Don't think that is something you're going to celebrate by thinking that you come into work getting high and that you're okay with that and that they're okay with it. It's all an illusion, everyone.
No, it's a
Don't
better
go-
opportunity
excuse
for
me.
people to get a job
Excuse me.
that were turned away
Excuse
just
me.
because
And who
they
smokes.
smoke
Excuse me,
weed.
I'm not saying that
That's
part of
what
it.
is
I'm
a good
saying
thing of it.
the problem is when you start, and listen, I'm for weed. I used to smoke weed.
Well, why is your always association with it that
Because
people are
it's-
just going to be out?
because-
Your association with people using weed is like
nothing.
so like they're just these people that are just
Because
out here
weed-
committing crimes
because
and
weed-
being lazy.
Smoking,
and
I'm not saying that. Weed,
like you
weed,
talk about it so
because
negatively
weed
though.
is a drug.
But it's a light
no,
drug.
No, but it's still. That's funny. But it is.
It's from the earth,
it's-
Sean.
No, it's not.
I mean, they doctor it a little bit, but you know.
anything, Barbie Cologne, anything that changes your mood, and the way that you think is a drug.
But it's
regardless
not
if they say
nature.
that it comes from the earth, it comes well, it's still when you're high, you're high. You're on a whole different other conscience. And that's the point I'm trying to make. People think I'm a weed fan. I smoked weed before you guys were born. I smoked the real weed. I even put cocaine in my weed.
Well, that's a different kind of weed.
I'm not against weed. My whole thing is don't get it twisted and don't think that it's acceptable to just function out here when you're high because you can get high, Barbie Cologne. Okay, that's a great move for Amazon. Even if you're high, you can get the job.
No, they're not saying
I
if
know
you're
what they're
high,
saying.
you can get the job.
I know what they're saying.
But say it right.
It's basically the same thing.
They're saying
It's just-
if you happen to use marijuana, you're not going to be denied a job.
Right.
If it's in your system, you can still get
it's
a job.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing.
No, it's
so
not.
So now you can work at Amazon.
I wish I was high right now.
I know.
But for damn sure it's in my system.
But
I'm sober.
So now everybody.
there's a difference.
So now you don't have to clean your system to get this job. Now you could come in there to Amazon and work. And you can smoke the joint the night before. Come in there. They won't give you a test. You could get the job.
Just like people go home and have a beer when they come home from work and go to work the next day.
But now you got to understand that I believe that.
What do you believe? I'd really like to know.
I'm going to tell you right now. I believe that this is going to stick on the federal level because you can't.
And there's too much money to be made.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm not getting into anyone's car, Barbie Cologne.
I understand.
That is high on marijuana.
But sometimes
But Barbie,
you won't even
let me ask
notice.
you a question. If you was hanging out with somebody, and they done smoked 2 blunts.
Yeah.
And they're high, Barbie. They're high, regardless if it comes from the earth or not.
I'll
They're
probably
high.
drive.
But no. They want to drive you.
No, I'll drive them.
But hold on, whoa. But no, wait, why?
They
Why?
just,
But
I didn't
why?
say, wait, you can smoke all you want.
What?
That's between
What?
you and your
But
lungs,
why?
okay? Because
Right,
my
but
lungs is good.
I understand that, but why you
But-
wouldn't just get in the car while they're driving?
Because marijuana relaxes you a little too much for my liking.
know why?
And I need you to be very
You know-
alert when
you
I'm
know-
in that passenger
Just
seat.
like people
you know
get in
why?
the car with their friends that
you know
drink
why?
after the club and they
Senny.
go home.
And it's the
they
same
do
thing.
it every Friday and
it's
Saturday
against the
night.
law. It's
Yeah,
against
you're
the law.
right. It is
So
against
my
the law.
whole
So
thing is-
don't do it where
so
it's going
my
to be
whole
against
thing,
the
Barbie,
law.
Everything, the weed.
But
is
should
all
you
of
be
a sudden-
denied a job
uh,
because of that?
the weed-
because you have it in your system?
The weed now is becoming so cavalier that it's just like, yo, we can do it whenever we want, wherever we want. We can get this job. I'm not against all of
they
that.
should have,
but
you
know
know,
that-
stipulations
know
or a
that-
policy
know
put in
that
place.
I am not getting in a car that somebody's driving that's high on the weed. You know why you're not driving with them, Barbie Cologne? Because they're impaired.
Yeah, well,
Just like alcohol, it's the same thing. They're impaired. So if weed is not this drug, Barbie Cologne, Senny J, if it's not this drug, then why is it qualified for being impaired if you're driving?
Do you
That's
really
the-
want the answer for that?
Yeah, I want the answer to that. I really do want the answer for, and that's what I'm saying. Of course, get your job. Get your job. Smoke the weed the night before. You don't have to worry about working for Amazon because they're
Just
gonna
don't
hire
smoke
you.
on the clock.
They're gonna hire you tomorrow. I get that. But when you at lunch, you could go smoke your joint.
Yeah.
And when you come back from your break, you could smoke your joint.
I don't think they should smoke
That's
it
still,
while-
but no, they could do it now.
No, I
and
don't
then
think
what
they
what's
should be
going to
allowed to
happen
smoke
is
it.
they're going to be impaired. You have to work sober. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to.
Now, I agree with
you
that.
You don't
You
have to.
shouldn't
You don't have to. And this is what I'm
be
saying
allowed to
about
smoke
the
it
weed.
while you're
I'm
on,
for
you know,
weed.
on
But
cloud.
now
Whatever.
it's becoming a situation where it's socially acceptable at the workplace, recreational, and all of, and I am fine with that. But know that
Nobody's
this
saying
is
that
something
it's socially
I-
acceptable at the workplace. They are
That's what
saying
Amazon
that
is saying.
no, they're not saying come to work and smoke weed.
Oh, my
They
God.
are saying
You don't get it.
we are no longer discriminating
Discriminating
against you if you apply to a job and you have weed in your system.
It's the
Which
same
is-
thing.
No,
because
it's not.
The next day they could
Because-
come to work and get high.
No, you're saying it's socially
can have
acceptable
the
in
job.
the workplace, like they can sit on the manufacturing line while they're packing boxes and smoke a
smoke a-
joint.
No,
That's
not
what
like
you're
that.
saying. That's what you're making it sound like.
Yeah.
It's also
And you're saying it's the same thing, like people that smoke weed walk around high all
No,
the
it's
time.
not
they
same.
do.
That's
Not all the time.
That's what he's saying.
Yes, they do.
Not all
If-
the time.
if you
I know a lot of
if
people who
you
smoke. They don't
if-
smoke
if
all
you
the
smoke-
time.
if
They
you
ain't high
smoke-
all the time.
If you, I know
He's
people that smoke-
biased. He's
I'm
over
not
here.
biased.
You're-
I
Yes,
know-
you
I know
are. You
people-
sound
I know
crazy.
if you take 2 or 3 puffs of a joint, you're high.
Not really. It takes more.
When the
Everybody's
last time you
tolerance
smoked
is
weed?
different. It
When
was
the
been a
last time
couple
you-
years ago,
When
but
I mean, have you ever smoked weed?
yeah, I smoked
Like
weed
smoke,
before.
smoke,
Yeah,
like just get high
yeah,
smoke.
Yeah, but it took me more than 3 puffs to be high, Sean. Everybody tolerance is different.
I say this.
Don't take me no 3 puffs.
It don't take me 3 puffs when I was smoking. I'm saying this. Amazon
can
is
say whatever.
all-
You
it's
just sound like a
all-
weed hater.
It's all a setup, you folks. Amazon will hire you. You don't have to go through the weed detoxing thing. They will hire you. And you could go there and work. And on top of that, if you want, you could go get in your car at lunchtime, take your weed break. And then let me finish.
Well, the people that do that, they've been doing that before this law, regardless. So this don't mean nothing.
You take your weed break and
Okay,
you go back to work.
people
But
are doing their
no-
weed break, just like the people.
but
I've
no-
worked with people that go to their car
But no,
and take
I
a
know.
shot of
I
vodka,
know.
come
And-
back to work,
but no,
and
can I
do
finish?
whatever they need
what
to
I'm
do.
saying is you are
Okay,
working
take a
impaired.
line or two and come back to work.
And
So
it's
people
the
that
same
want,
thing.
so
It's the
people
same
that are
thing.
gonna do
It's
that
the
are gonna
same
do
thing.
it.
Exactly.
But
That's
you
the point
stop.
I'm making it. That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am
The
making that
point
point.
that you're making
The point-
is
I'm
saying
making
is
that point.
don't think that you're just gonna go to work and you're gonna be okay because
If
you're
you-
gonna get fired
if
because
you
you're
think-
high and you're gonna mess up your job because you're high.
That's right. I'm saying that too. I'm saying both things.
Okay.
I'm covering all bases here.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Senny Barbi. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Rel.
Good morning. I'm just happy to be here.
Another weed hater. Good morning, Ralph.
Wow.
No, hold on. Let's not get that wrong, Senny. I'm not a weed hater. I'm just not dating women that smoke weed on a regular basis because I'm not kissing you. That's all. I'm not a weed hater, though, because I will bust down the edible. But what I'm saying is, Shawn, what you got to understand is that, first of all, it's just like people that's alcoholics. You got people that drink, they drink wherever. They drink on the job, they drink wherever, right?
Yeah.
And then there's people that sociably drink the same way with weed. Yeah, you got weed heads. You got people that just function off weed. But Senny has a point. It's not saying that everybody's going to work getting high, just the same way everybody's not going to work drinking. But what we do have to understand about the whole weed situation, first of all, drug testing was only a plot to keep black people down, because what do most black people smoke? Weed. We're not cokehead. Hold on, a lot of people.
He don't want to take it back to the history.
White people could snort some coke and go right behind that, right back in that office, right? Or they could do something and they could get now. Here's the problem with coke and weed. Weed stays in your system for months. So even if I'm not a weed head, I could smoke some weed right now and it'll still be in my system for at least a month or two. If I did some coke, it's on my system tomorrow. So now if I want to go do a drug test, I got to wait how long? Months. If I smoke weed today and go do a drug test next week, it's going to say I smoke weed.
I'm just saying that everyone's being cavalier with the weed and the alcohol and the cocaine and everything. Now you drop that whole weed. You got all drugs. But the weed, it seemed like everybody got this right. And I'm not a weed hater. I used to smoke weed. I'm a recovering addict. I'm not a weed. I love weed. I love weed so much I can't smoke it because my life crumbles when I do. I smoked the best. Senny, I was smoking weed before you was born. My point is the fact that these companies are saying it's okay. We will allow you. We'll bypass the drug testing to work here. Okay, fine. But what that also says is that like alcohol and weed and cocaine and all that, you can do all of that. Right. You can function and do it. But my point is, don't think that you're going to get high and work at the workplace and do something wrong and not be accountable for it because you're under the influence. Right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you have a point. Yeah, you're right. But that's just what, that goes without saying. I mean, anybody who don't know that, if you drinking on the job, if you smoking, if you do whatever you're doing on the job, and they give you an instant drug test, you're out of there.
That's all I'm saying. So when you applaud Amazon and all these other companies, I get it. But don't get it twisted. You still got a responsibility at the job, at the workplace, whether if you're doing cocaine, weed, alcohol, or pills. But it seems like this movement.
But y'all having the wrong conversation, though. The conversation is how Amazon is taking over the world. All I'm saying is
that's true too.
If Amazon taps into this weed thing, y'all can forget about it.
And then my whole thing is this: if Amazon and other companies, not a weed hater, I smoke weed before all of you people.
Jeff probably smoked weed too. That's why he allowing it.
But if that's the case with weed, cocaine, alcohol, and all, why don't they just the Amazon policy like you can smoke weed unless you drive in the vehicle? Well, why don't they let them drive then?
Because it's still federally illegal. Like when
they won't
legalize
let them drive because you will become impaired because you're high.
They won't.
Oh my
they're
God!
It's the same thing.
So if the feds say, Senny, you can drive and smoke weed. That makes sense to you? You can smoke. Throw the whole laws out now. If you want to smoke weed,
I will tell you right now, just like you can drive if you're .08 or whatever.
No, you can't. No,
whatever.
You can't.
They said that the reason why they don't, that the reason why it's federally the reason why they don't let people drive, I'm telling you right now, the reason why they say they don't let people drive is because if you get pulled over and they don't have a way to test how much is in your system, and it's not legal across all states. So if you're and the amount of time that it stays in your system. So if I'm in New York and I'm able to smoke in New York, even though I'm sober, but it'll still show up in my system.
Listen to me.
I can't drive to wherever, and if I get pulled over and get a ticket or whatever, they're gonna say it's not legal here, and I'm gonna get a DUI.
Okay, listen, this is
because it's not a federal thing, and they don't know how much is in somebody's system to say that they're impaired.
Okay, so when you say everyone, here's the truth from someone who caught a DWI. The legal limit, Senny said 0.8 and all that. None of that is true. The legal limit to drive anywhere in this country is 0.0.
Oh, whatever.
You are not supposed to. You're supposed to drive sober.
Sure, you could be sober after a drink two.
No,
you can.
They put the 0.8.
Everybody's tolerance is different. Like I said with the weed.
I understand that. They put the 0.8. That's a trap for you. So even if you had that one drink and you blew 0.1, technically they still can arrest you and they can still give you a DWI.
No, they can't.
Bob, you ever had a DWI?
I have not.
All right.
But I know the legal limit is zero.
There's no limit. The legal limit is 0.0.
All right, we're gonna Google it and see what Google say.
Go ahead, Rob.
I'm just happy to hear that they took weed out of drug testing, because that wasn't affecting nobody but Black and Latinos, to be honest with you. I mean, at the end of the day, all these other drugs, they out your system the next day. So, I'm just happy to hear that, because then now it's a lot. Now you Negroes ain't got no excuses to make a job.
There you go. Now you can get high and get a job.
Right.
Cindy,
get a job.
What else
get
you
a
got?
job. At least you can get a job.
God bless y'all.
God bless.
Bye, Rel. Mexico, things are heating up down there. They have the notoriously violent Jalisco cartel has responded to Mexico's hugs, not bullets policy. The president, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, he had a policy of avoiding violence and rejecting any war on the cartels. Well, the cartels have answered back, and they have come back with a policy of their own. They have kidnapped several members of an elite police force in the state of Guanajuato, tortured them to obtain names and addresses of fellow officers, and are now hunting them down and killing the police at their homes on their days off in front of their families. It is a type of direct attack on officers seldom seen outside of the most gang-plagued nations of Central America. But the cartel has already declared war on the government, aiming to eradicate an elite state force known as the Tactical Group, which the gang accuses of treating its members unfairly. They said, if you want war, you'll get a war. We have already shown that we know where you are. We are coming for all of you. Reads a professionally printed banner signed by the cartel and hung on a prominent building in Guanajuato. For each member of our firm, their firm is CJNG, that you arrest, we are going to kill 2 of your tacticals wherever they are, at their homes, in their patrol vehicles, said this banner. Officials in Guanajuato, Mexico's most violent state, where Jalisco is fighting local gangs backed by the rival Sinaloa cartel, refused to comment on how many members of the elite group have been murdered. So they're trying to keep their people's whereabouts under wraps. A lot of the officers have decided to desert. They took their families, abandoned their homes, and they are fleeing and in hiding. The CJNG gang or cartel is hunting the elite police force. They have the highest number of police killed in any Mexican state, at least according to a 2018 report. Between May 2018, a total of 262 police have been killed, or an average of about 75 officers each year, more than are killed by gunfire or other assaults on average each year in the entire United States, which has 50 times Guanajuato's population.
Wow.
We're about to get out of here soon.
Okay.
And then a lot of folks, and we do another story, and then we do sports and get out of here. I gotta go to McDonald's.
I don't know why they're attacking them. He said hugs, not bullets. He's trying to not fight with them, so I don't know why that angered them so much.
Right.
Well, you got.
I don't know what's going on down in Mexico.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Maybe they
It
think he's
goes
too
back-
passive. I don't know.
It goes back to.
He said hugs, not bullets.
It goes back. I always say that these, everybody always crying about the United States of America, and that this is the worst country ever. But you live here each and every day. I want you to move and go down to this region in Mexico and live with the cartel.
Guanajuato.
And let's see how life is down there.
Jalisco cartel.
You sitting there.
They attacking the police, not the people.
Exactly. That's even worse.
That's
even worse.
It's a little worse.
I would
Seems like the
say,
cartels are the
count your blessings, regardless of what goes on in this country. There's a lot of situations that we have here in the good old United States. But I think that I wouldn't trade that in to go to this cartel-ridden region of Mexico, where they're killing all the police, and they're going to kill the people, and they do whatever they want. And they took a banner, and they put it on a prestigious office building. They're letting you know that it's going down. Like, if something happened, we 2 of your police getting killed, and the family.
Wow.
And guess what the police officers did? They took the families and left, and they're begging. They're probably at the border trying to get into
They're
this
like, F
country.
this job.
That's right.
They're at the Texas border right now, clawing to get into this country. But yet there's an exodus of people that don't like the United States. And I say this to you. What's the name of this region again?
Guanajuato. Guanajuato.
Everybody that doesn't like the United States, take is there a flight? I want you to get a flight.
Why do we have to go there? Why can't we go someplace else?
No.
We don't want the violence.
No. I want you there.
I don't want the violence.
I want you there so you can have a different perspective and take your weed with you. I want you to go down there.
Maybe if they all smoke weed, they wouldn't be so violent.
I want you to go down there to this
where it
part, this
comes
region
from.
of Mexico.
Right. Coming from
Since this country
You
is
smoke more.
horrible, and you stay your punk ass down there. Sidney, what else you got?
A cop saved woman who slashed her own throat outside of ex-girlfriend's apartment. Officers with the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department say that what began as a response to a suspected road rage quickly escalated to an incident requiring life-saving measures. A woman one officer described as having a 1,000-yard stare on her face shockingly and suddenly slashed her own throat in a vehicle. They said in a news release, police said that a woman reported her ex-girlfriend for road rage. The reporting person said stated she encountered her former girlfriend while driving and did not feel safe returning home as there have been issues in the past between them.
Yeah, no, I forgot I was even on hold. I was just listening.
Hold on a second. Just stay right there. I forgot you was down.
I forgot.
Officers escorted the victim to her residence for safety. The ex-girlfriend was sitting outside of the victim's apartment in a vehicle when police got there. The woman had a stare on her face and did not listen to a word he said. All the windows were up, doors were locked. She had what I would say 1,000-yard stare on her face, just off in the distance. She didn't listen to a word I said for the next several minutes. The ex-girlfriend was hiding her right hand under her leg. The woman was hiding her right hand under her leg, and to us that is an alarm bell, red flag. Then the woman took several slashes at her own throat with a folding knife. Him and his fellow officers didn't need to say a word. They knew what they needed to do to, save her. It was 2 swings before we were able to break the window. They applied pressure to the wounds, and they were able to transport her for further treatment. So wait a minute, she's getting care.
Wait a minute. The girlfriend, the ex-girl, she slashed her throat in front of the boyfriend's house?
No, in front of, it was a lesbian couple. In front of her ex-girlfriend's house. She slashed her own throat.
Whoa, wow.
Okay, so she was sitting in her own car or the back of the police car?
She was sitting in her own car.
Okay.
I guess she had I guess she was following the girlfriend or got into some type of argument type thing, and the girlfriend on her way home called the police saying that, something was going on.
Because these lesbians, they love the lesbians, they like Jennifer Lopez. They jump from one chick to the next chick to the next chick to the next
Girl,
chick.
what was you trying to do?
She's trying to prove a point to the other one.
Well, Shawn always says if you're going to take somebody out, do it. Start with
Take
yourself.
All right.
She should smoke some weed.
and
Maybe she
she's
can
doing
come.
that.
Hey.
Tiffany, God bless you. Thank you, Senny. I appreciate it. We're going to go into sports. Tiffany, what's on your mind?
I'm so sorry. I was like listening and working and forgot that I was even on hold. So what I called about is totally irrelevant now. You've already gone past it. I was just gonna call to give you my perspective on the drug thing as a human resources manager, but I'm not gonna drag you back into that. I'm gonna let you guys get on to sports.
It's okay. Go ahead. Say
day.
it. Say it from a human resource perspective.
Yeah, go ahead. 30 seconds. Go ahead. Say it.
Human resource perspective, whether or not it's legal in your state or not, or you use it recreationally, it is completely unallowed in the workplace. And if you come into the workplace, just like if you came in intoxicated with alcohol, you would be drug tested or are subject to drug tests and will be fired if you are found to be under the influence while you are at work.
And that's
so whether it's legal or not, it doesn't matter. The workplace is going to regulate that. But it does open up the workforce to be able to allow people who may test positive for minor drugs such as marijuana to be allowed to have a position. But that doesn't mean, okay, yeah, you smoke marijuana in your recreational time. Yep, you can come to work high, or you can smoke on your lunch break. That kind of behavior still won't be acceptable. It really will be exactly the same as alcohol. It really will be. And they just don't have the regulations yet at a federal level to be able to determine how much you can take in to be high. All states regulate right now. When they sell it to you, they sell 5 milligrams right now, but they just don't have those regulations at the federal level. So
thanks for clearing that up, because that's just all I was saying. That's all.
But you didn't quite say it that way at first.
I know I didn't say it that way. I didn't say I was using Amazon as an example. But that's just what I was saying. And everybody jumps on me like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And we have a human resources manager on the phone right now, just articulating it in a whole different way what I was just saying. So I'm not sitting here looking crazy. I'm not saying I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just using this example in real time, and she just confirmed everything that I said. And God bless
Senny
you.
J, you're absolutely right too. There's really no reason why it should be.
Because if you think that folks are gonna say, "Oh, I'm good," we're gonna do sports real quick. Okay. I'm good. I don't have to worry about being clean for this job.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get the job, which is a good thing. But like I said, it just boomerangs back at the job. Now you can smoke weed and you can do whatever you want.
So
That's all
too.
I'm saying.
Jobs right now, a lot of places, because I used to work in Massachusetts when it became legal in Massachusetts, a lot of places, companies were not sure if they wanted to stop their drug testing. And a lot of them didn't stop the drug testing, but then it became an issue at the state level, whether you're denying someone employment or discriminating against them if you're still continuing drug testing for marijuana. So it's very confusing for employers right now too, because there's not enough regulation at the state levels either.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a crackhead, and if you want to apply for a job, you can get that job too.
Yeah, because
you're smoking crack.
If you're smoking crack,
a little bit of a
if you're
strong drug,
why?
Sean.
Why? If you're smoking,
it's a little stronger.
Why?
I mean, technically you can, because it's out of your system in 3 days.
Right. A Barbi Cologne, a drug is a drug is a drug.
I don't know about all that.
A drug is a drug. That's true. But there are
a dope fiend can't cope, so they can't get a job because they're gonna be so high. They're gonna be in they little dope fiend.
Barbi,
state or whatever.
Barbi.
They can't function.
Barbi,
so they can't get a job.
Barbi, listen to me. If you don't, hold on, Tiffany. Barbi, hear me out. I'm a recovering drug addict.
I know that. Yeah.
A drug is a drug is a drug. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm such a drug addict, I can take a sip of wine. You could take a sip of wine and go on with your day. Mm-hmm. I could take a sip of wine, which is a drug to me, or a puff of weed, and next thing you know, I'm doing heroin.
We don't want
so,
that.
but I'm saying, but that's what it is. That's why when we say a drug is a drug is a drug, it doesn't matter. And that's the problem here. Go ahead, Tiffany. We're going to give you the last word. And then we got to Barbi got
I was just going to say, I mean, it does matter in the sense that there are different kinds of drugs that cause different altering effects to the human body and the mind. So, I mean, you did crack. I've never done crack, but I don't think that doing crack is probably the same as smoking a joint. I don't know. But
or dope.
Also, it's an addict. An addict is an addict. and not everyone is an addict. So you do have the right to test people to make sure they're not doing what is considered a high-level drug that cause altering, and it's highly addictive too. Highly addictive versus not addictive. So it's more about your addictive personality than it is sometimes about the drug itself.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you,
All right,
Tiffany.
take care, guys.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Go ahead, Barbie, real quick. Sports, we got 4 minutes.
A Celtic fan who threw a water bottle at Nets star Kyrie Irving is being charged with a felony, guys. He threw a water bottle at Kyrie Irving on a Sunday's game, and they charged him with assault. One count of assault with a deadly weapon. Yeah. I think it's fine for the week. He was a little upset about the game. What you say yeah for?
Yeah, because it's the right
A
thing
water
to do.
bottle.
A water
is
bottle
not a deadly weapon.
But,
Go
right,
ahead,
right,
I'm gonna
Sydney.
let you finish the story real quick. Is that the end of that story?
That's pretty much.
Okay, here we go. Here we go real quick.
What is he? He's getting fined?
I'm trying to. They
Oh,
won't
okay.
come up on my phone for some reason.
Here we go. It's an honor for players to have people in the stands to watch them play.
Yeah, but they can't be throwing water bottles at people
Right.
because
So
they're upset.
hear me out. So now the fan feels entitled because they paid to get in to say what they want. Half of these fans are literally cursing out the players as they're playing.
Right.
The players hold restraint for that. They disciplined enough that don't even play it no mind. And God knows what they're saying to these players. That's
bring it back
fine.
up.
You know, people don't boo no more. They F you and your mother this and all that, right?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
But when you go to the next level and take anything and throw it at a player, which if we did that in the street, it wouldn't be a felony.
No.
But they're making it a felony because they're using it as an example for the others down the road when they do it.
Yeah, that's
so
what they're
not
doing.
only
They
now
charging
you got
felonies.
a felony charge, which is really terrible for your record. Now you're banned from the stadium.
Okay, his name is Cole Buckley. He's 21 years old. He's a Braintree native. I guess that's the area up there where they were playing. He was arrested shortly after the incident by the police that was at the stadium. He is being arraigned. He was arraigned on Friday, and he's also facing a lifetime ban at the arena.
Yeah. And he deserves
And he
that.
was-
He's 21 years old. He loves the what else? The Celtics was this.
He was Kyrie. He was a Celtics fan. Yeah.
Yeah, but were they in, I think they were in Boston.
They were in Boston,
So
yeah.
right. So
They were in
now you're
Boston.
21 years old. You love the Celtics. You're banned for life, and you got a
Life.
felony because you took it upon yourself to take a water bottle and throw it because now it's you did a criminal act.
Yeah.
And who the hell do you think you are for throwing a water bottle at somebody else?
It's
You
ridiculous.
lucky I wasn't involved in this because I'll give you 5 years in jail too. You're 21, you'll be fine. You'll be out in
Why you
20, you'll
wanna
be
give him-
26 years old. You'll be fine. And strip and bar him from the stadium. What else, Barbie?
I'm gonna give you a free
And it's not right.
scores. The Lakers and the Suns played yesterday. The Suns won 115-85, and they lead the series 3-2. The Trailblazers and the Nuggets played. Nuggets won 145-140 in overtime, and the Nuggets lead the series 3-2 as well. And the Nets won against the Celtics 123-109, and they are leading for.
What you looking at me for, Senny?
What?
Every day, Barbie in here talking about Nets winning something.
Right.
So I'm just getting nervous for you, bro.
Yeah, we are what you.
I
done.
said that if the Brooklyn Nets win the world title, I was coming in here with the Nets written on my forehead with some gym shorts and some pasties on both of my nipples.
Well, I'm glad they ain't winning because
And that they are winning. I'm getting scared because now you know Joel Embiid, the top player in the Philly, is hurt right now. We need him, and they need him to play because without him, then I think the Brooklyn Nets will fast track right to the finals. But I will keep my word. If the New Jersey Nets, which they're not, they're gonna get eliminated. If the Brooklyn Nets win the NBA title. If you're still in the chat room, put a number 1 if you wish the Brooklyn Nets win the title. So I could come in here with pasties on my
Tiffy
nipples.
said, "Let's go Nets."
Put a number 2 if you against the Nets and you don't want Harvey to put the pasties on.
We don't want you to put the pasties on because
Barbie,
this is
where can
going to
they
be, it's going to be bad in my, my mental. You guys can catch me, Barbie Cologne, on Facebook, Barbie Cologne Design, Barbie Cologne Stylist on Instagram, Designer Babe 38 on Snapchat.
Yes, you guys can find me at Senny J on Facebook, Senny_J on Instagram, Senny J on Snapchat, the E is a 3, and Senny J on Clubhouse.
Shawn Harvey on Facebook, comedian Shawn Harvey on Facebook, Harvey on Instagram. Special thanks to comedian Dark Child for calling in. Everybody who called in, thank you so much. That was a great show for you guys. We'll see you guys. Let's clap. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Don't miss it.
Throwback Thursday. Let's go.
It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right. It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right. Okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right.